I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 174 of the Strap SZN Podcast. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your host, Flowz.
And as always, guys, before I kick off the episode, please head over to our Instagram page, which is Strap SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, which is Strap SZN Pod. Link in the bio on both of those pages there will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like audio, you've got the usual Spotify, Apple Podcast links. And if video is your speed, the YouTube channel link is also there. Flowz, I just want to wish you and our listeners, obviously, a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Recording this as we speak live on Christmas Day. Don't say we don't feed the streets, right, Flowz?
It's only right.
It's only right, man. And speaking of only right, it's only right we get straight into what we're here to do, Flowz. There's no standing on ceremony here. There's only one talking point for the weekend. Let's dive straight into it, Flowz. Yesterday, we was probably treated to the greatest card in boxing history. I think it's fair to say.
Thank you to His Excellency, once again.
Thanks to His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency. He came through for us. And we're going to keep supporting anything that Mr. Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, does. Anything he does, Flowz. Anytime I see a Riyadh season, I'm locking in. Regardless of what it is, I'm there. We'll be there.
We will be there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. No matter what?
So listeners, this is going to be an entire pod really dedicated to one card. But such was that card that we, it's only right we take it through all the fights, Flowz. I want to start from the bottom. We're going to work our way to the top. Because I was locked in from 4:15 p.m. From 4 p.m. The moment the broadcast started, Flowz, I was there on the dot. So, yeah, man. Day of reckoning happened yesterday. And sure enough, Flowz, it really was a day of reckoning for some people. Some people we might not be seeing again.
But that's sure.
Some people the lights were just too bright. So let's take it, from the bottom, Flowz, as I said, to the top. The first fight that we had of the evening was a heavyweight bout. Frank Sanchez, the Cuban Flash, versus Junior Farr. We both predicted, we felt like Frank Sanchez was going to comfortably dispatch Mr. Farr.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Flowz? I'm going to give Farr a bit of credit, I think it was 7 rounds in the end, I think, when Sanchez finally got him out of there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be for him. I thought Farr was actually quite credible in his attempt to disrupt Sanchez. And I actually thought Flowz, I'll be honest, I thought Farr would come and get rolled over. I'll be honest. I thought like he's got his little paycheck. He would just come and get rolled over like a certain other heavyweight, which we'll discuss. Just get rolled over and just, be out of there in 1 or 2 rounds. But he offered a bigger test than I thought he would. And it's interesting because obviously we both rate Frank Sanchez a lot, Flowz.
Yeah.
But his last fight as well, I remember, he didn't look good.
Yeah.
He 1 or 2 fights recently, he hasn't looked great in. So for someone that we rate very highly, someone's very skilled, Cuban, obviously, very good counterpuncher. You can see him, he's skilled in that classic Cuban style. He's showing vulnerabilities to me. And even though he was able to get Farr out of there, like I said, Farr landed some good shots. He applied a bit of pressure. And I won't say cause for concern, but like I said, he was better than I thought he would be. And it took Sanchez a lot longer than I thought it would for him to finally get Farr out of there. What about you, Flowz? How did you think Sanchez's performance was overall? Obviously, he got the job done in the end, but were you particularly impressed? Did you feel like he would make more of a statement and get him out there earlier? Or am I being harsh here?
I think I've seen Farr once or twice. And the first time I saw Farr was against Joseph Parker. And they went 12 rounds. I think that's when I thought, maybe he's not a suit candidate as such, but this was a Parker who we've said was a bit timid and whatnot.
Thank you for saying that caveat, because I was about to shout it. I was going to say, but Parker, we know.
Yeah, this is a timid Parker, and Sanchez isn't known to be timid. He's to be a killer, really. So, early on, he's looking a bit tentative. Farr was doing a good job in there. Not just surviving, there to compete, really. So I don't want to bash Sanchez too much. New stage. I can't remember when the last time he was out. When was he out last again?
Was it earlier this year? No, actually, yeah, I think it was earlier this year. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Okay.
Let me get the opinion on because I remember watching that fight thinking he kind of struggled a little bit. Yeah, it was early this September. Scott Alexander, he stopped him in the end, but obviously he was expected to blow this guy out. He did it in 4, but he didn't look like this Scott Alexander guy is a nobody, like a journeyman, I think he is. And it took him a while to warm up a little bit before he finally got him out there. Yeah.
Look, I won't criticize Sanchez too much because he got him out there in 7. The result was what we expected. So yeah, I'll give far credit for being a decent operator, not such a soup can as such, but outcome was the same.
Yeah, and to be fair to Sanchez, just like he did against Alexander guy, when he got going, we could see the class, and he's dropped far a couple times before he finally stopped him. It was in that 7th round, he's dropped him, I think, twice.
He dropped him in the round before. He made it to the corner.
And
then he dropped him a few times.
Yeah. So he's gotten going finally in 6 when he's finally, put him together some nice shots and some nice combinations, which Far couldn't live with, to be honest. And that was all she wrote in the end for him. So when he got going, he looked nice, but maybe it's for him. He takes a while to warm up a little bit. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, like I said before, I feel like Frank Sanchez should be further along as he's close. You put that down to a bad promo around his team. They haven't really promoted him very well. And he's known for being, he's got the avoided tag. Like he's strongly got the boogeyman avoided tag. So I feel like he should be further along, and hopefully next time we see him out, it's against better opposition on a better, more not so high profile, but a better position in the card. Because I feel like there's no way Frank Sanchez should be coming in first billing of the night, if you ask me. But yeah,
his promotion is weird because he doesn't have a mouthpiece for him who's really shouting, and he doesn't talk. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't speak English.
Well, the fact he doesn't talk English doesn't help. But also, when you think about it, it is strange because he's backed by. Is he top rank, Frank Sanchez?
Yeah, top rank. Yeah,
he's top rank, but also he's trained by Eddie Reynoso.
Yeah.
So these are 2 very established people. So he's part of the Canelo team, and he's top rank as well. So really and truly, that's 2 excellent pieces there to put him in position to elevate. And as I said, from that Ajagba win, he should have gone up. And it's almost as if his stock is falling down a little bit. So Ajagba's still, as I say, Ajagba's stock is probably still higher than him. And he beat him. So,
Yeah, like he doesn't do. Why I say he doesn't have a mouthpiece because we've seen people who don't speak English have the translator right next to them.
Yeah,
Canelo didn't speak English for years. His stock was flying, but obviously he's got the Mexicans behind him. And even like Usyk, they always have a translator right next to them taking interviews. They always have a mouthpiece and their promoter shouting for them. This guy, they hear nothing. Never hear his name in the mix. Never hear him as a potential opponent for the champions. Never in the mix. So. Yeah, someone get behind Frank Sanchez, put money behind him, do what Luis Ortiz done. Start give him that boogeyman tag if you want.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's what they're trying to do, yeah. But so yeah, good win for Sanchez anyways. He looked good when he got going. I want to see him in better fights and just see his stock rise. Like I said, he should be pushing now for a certain position in terms of fighting certain guys, I feel like. So yeah, maybe he truly is avoided. We'll see. But yeah, big 2024, I think he needs. Big 2024. Flowz, let's make our way to the next fight of the card. Heavyweight again. Filip Hrgovic, Mori. As we both said, this was a gross mismatch, which we knew it was going to be. And Flowz, it proved to be. When I said, obviously, I give far credit for not laying down like certain other heavyweights. Mori talked a big game. Flowz, I told you, he gassed me so much. Even in the presser beforehand, where he's saying, he's looking to rupture spleens and break ribs, and he's looking to do 4 rounds and really apply pressure to Filip Hrgovic.
He has nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. He has everything to lose. All the pressure's on Hrgovic. Blah blah. Hrgovic is then, Hrgovic is funny because he said, look, I can't lie. I was looking to, give this guy a couple of rounds and whatnot. But after these nasty words, I have to punish him now. And obviously in that strong Eastern European accent, it sounded serious. So he's like, yeah, I have to punish him. And I was like, okay. Spicy talk. Hrgovic has obliterated Mori in 1 round. Again, I thought this was very expected. I didn't expect it to go past 1. I'll be so real, Flowz. It was the first tendon punch that Hrgovic landed. We've seen Mori. It was kind of a weird punch because it kind of landed on the side, almost to the back of a headish. Mori's felt that blow and almost Flowz turned and sort of tried to walk towards the ropes, like retreated. I said, oh boy, long day.
Took a knee.
then quickly dropped. I said, yeah, it's finished. He got up. And I don't think Flowz, you see the fact that when they came back together after he got up, he actually landed a good overhand shot.
He went for it. Yeah.
He went for it, bro. He went for a couple of overhand. I was like, go.
The Hail Mary came in immediately.
Bro, immediately. Landed nicely. Hrgovic just shrugged. Walked forward. Popped him again a couple of times. We've seen this guy, then he's turning away from it, hurt. Hrgovic is now cracking into the back of the head. And he's gone down again. And yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap from there. I think he's corner through in Opetaia, Flowz, didn't they? They called it quickly. The corner quickly threw in. I think they dashed the towel. I think it might a combination of the ref and the corner, sort of just jumping in real quick. Yeah, gross mismatch, Flowz, as we knew it was. Nothing to learn about that fight. The Mori stays the same, as he said, nothing to lose. We knew he was a bum, stays a bum. Hrgovic, not much you can learn from that. We beat someone that he was meant to beat up, so it's simple. But the ramifications, obviously, of that is, well, I say ramifications. Hrgovic was already #1 contender for the IBF anyways. So at some point, depending on what happens with Usyk Fury, we know what the IBF will be going to do. We'll discuss it a bit later. But at some point, Hrgovic is either going to be fighting for the title, depending on if someone relinquishes or he fights the winner, or IBF order a final eliminator with the #2 ranked person who we'll talk about later on in this pod, Flowz. But yeah, Flowz, not much for me to say on that. Hrgovic did what he was meant to do. Simple.
Yeah, this was the biggest mismatch on the card, I think. So
yeah.
One round, get him out of there. On to the next fight. Cruiserweight division, Flowz. Mr. Opetaia. We're both big fans, as we know. Mm-hmm.
We're very happy to see him. We said, I can't wait to see Opetaia. He's the guy I'm looking forward to watch work. Even though on paper as well, a bit of a mismatch. Ellis Zorro, young undefeated British cruiserweight. No shade to him, but we knew he wasn't ready. And Flowz, what did I say about how now that Opetaia was forced to relinquish his title, he's going to come in there with the meanest intentions in the world. I've created his whole demeanor, all the interviews, stern face all the time, serious. He's coming to do a demolition job. The ring walk, he's walking into some Australian drill with the meanest mug on his face. Flowz, I said straight away, yo, he's come to destroy, He's come to destroy his peak. I feel sorry for Ellis Zorro. Flowz, we've seen another one-rounder. And the thing is, Zorro wasn't even doing badly, I felt like. He was a bit tentative at first, but he actually landed some good counter shots. There was a time when twice I counted in the first one where Opetaia kind of overextended with his shot, kind of leaped in, and Zorro got a nice cheeky little counter in. It happened twice. So I'm there thinking, okay, Zorro, you're doing good. Like, I'm there looking, obviously, I've given Opetaia the first round, just off activity and the fact that he was a bit more positive. We saw the footwork instantly, Flowz. He has really good footwork in terms of getting in and out and getting inside the range and outside the range. Opetaia's strength as well is that he's quick. And yeah, he's very quick, I feel like, and his shots have pop on him. Like they've got I don't think he's a monster puncher like a Kohli or Riakpo. Yeah. But the shots, because he's quick and they've got pop, it's still enough to hurt you and be like, whoa, and stun you, I feel like. So he was doing that. Zorro was trying to counter at times, but yeah, you could see Opetaia was, I won't even lie, like Zorro for a cruiserweight is small because I don't even consider Opetaia huge for the cruiserweight division, but
Opetaia's small.
Yeah, but Opetaia looked a lot bigger than Zorro still on the night. Like he looked a lot more filled out compared to Zorro. So Yeah, man. I'm there, Flowz. 10 seconds to go left in the round. And I'm thinking, Zorro's done well to last this round. Let's see how it builds up in the second round. Out of nowhere, Flowz, Opetaia has launched a long sort of leaping shot, on leaping hook that has caught Zorro completely unawares. Didn't even see it coming. Monster of a shot, Flowz. We see Zorro, boom, go down straight away. He's almost gone down like this.
Yeah, head out, almost outside the ring.
Head basically outside, right past the ropes. In fact, the ropes actually saved his head because his head would have bounced off the canvas if not. But Flowz, you can see like his face, glazed look. Just looking. An Opetaia celebration, Flowz, cold. Stood over him.
Didn't even go to the neutral corner. Knew it was a wrap.
Fam. Done.
Yeah.
Cold. Referees waved off straight away. He's gone and celebrated, and he's done this to the crowd. He's done the Bellingham.
Yeah.
I said, this guy is so cold. What? Yeah, man. Opetaia is one of my favorite new fighters, Flowz. 100%. Yeah. Like he's cold.
Yeah. Brilliant fighter, man. Watching him, he set that shot because he's been going to the body, and Zorro's hands dropped, boom, straight to his. Not clean out, and yeah, Opetaia. I was saying, man, he's really putting Australia, Samoa on the back in terms of obviously, there's a lot of Samoa and Australian descent boxers who've been doing their thing, especially in the last recent years. So Australia's been on the map. But for me, Opetaia is really looking at the truth. Really looking at the truth.
Yeah.
Liking him a lot, like his demeanor, like his attitude. He's always stern. We talk about timid fighters or fighters not being hungry. We'll get onto it.
It's actually, bro. When you see, when you hear him speak, you can tell this brother is hungry, starving, Flowz, starving.
He's with
and
it.
He to me ain't gonna be blind, because obviously he's gonna get more and more fame, Flowz.
Yeah,
the glitz and glamour is gonna be lost on him. Yeah. He's not gonna get, certain man, as we know, the glitz and glamour came and they lost focus. Not this
Flights to Dubai, bust downs. Instagram popping,
rap videos. Not this guy though. Not this guy. He seems focused as hell. He means business, Flowz. Stern. That's the best way to describe it. Stern,
and he wants to make a statement out of everyone. He wants to everyone statement.
And he seems angry all the time. Like I said, he came in angry. I said, "Oh, it's long for Zorro." Against Jordan Thompson, he came in angry. He's just pissed off.
Look, rightly he has a reason to be angry, but I think I said to you, like, look, you see when Australian drill was popping off, I was like, I don't really take these man serious.
You're rude.
I take Opetaia serious.
You're rude.
I deemed it. They are serious and they talk what they do what they. But Opetaia, look in his eyes, you see.
It's Flowz. It's the island thing. As in, obviously Samoan, Tongan, Fiji. Like, it's that thing. Yeah, I think that's what it is still. That's what makes him stern.
Their man are known to be scrappers anyway.
Yeah, facts. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is still. Like, I think that's what I attribute to. Because even that the Australian draw, they're all like island descent as well. So yeah, I reckon it's that.
He's a real life. Yeah, he means business. So if you're still sleeping on Opetaia, wake up, man.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wake up.
He, like I said, cruiserweight division is nothing to shout home about, as we know, Flowz. But he is a shining light in that division for me. Mm-hmm. Like any Opetaia fight, like sometimes you're looking at these other cruiserweight fights. We tune in because we're boxing fans, but Flowz, sometimes it's like, this might be a chore right here. I have to put myself through this fight here.
Yeah.
Any Opetaia fight, Flowz, I'm watching regardless. Locked in, and I know that I'm going to be excited by his work. Based on what I'm seeing so far, Flowz. Yeah.
What do you think about him moving to heavyweight division? Because that seems to be the talk. That's the money division.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Too small?
Not yet. Too small. Yeah, he's obviously I anticipate he will go up eventually because I believe he's someone that can comfortably become undisputed at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
So he does that. What's left for him? Of course he has to go up.
Yeah.
But will he do bits in the cruiserweight division? I mean the heavyweight division? Not for me right now. He's way too small. He's even smaller than Usyk.
Yeah.
And Usyk, so Usyk is bigger than him by a good couple inches. So yeah, I'm not for it. I'm not focused on it. Obviously, I know it will happen eventually. And he's welcome to prove me wrong late. We don't know. He might fill out nicely. We don't know. But right now, focus on the cruiserweights, which is what he said he was going to do. He wants to become undisputed first. Then he'll move on to heavyweight. And he feels like he can compete. He has every right to feel that. We'll see when it happens. But at the moment, if I'm looking at it right now, Flowz, too small.
Yeah. Look, he can go up to heavyweight. Heavyweight's just a glamour division. There's nothing really there for cruiserweight division other than undisputed. So if you're able to grab that, and then you want to chase bread, it's the heavyweight division. It has to be.
It will happen eventually. There's
a lot of heavyweights he can handle. A lot who are on the card. A lot on the card that are back into beat. But the big guys, the huge guys, he might just be too small. But yeah, no rush for him.
Don't forget, he's 26 years old, so he's got plenty of time. Yeah.
Yes. So.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. He's good. It's Flowz. It's incredible because remember, this is the guy that for us came out of nowhere when he beat Paredes, and what a fight that was. We're like, huh?
Yeah.
Like we've not seen this guy before. We haven't heard of this guy before, and obviously we saw it then when he beat Paredes. It's like, okay, wow, this guy is mad. He's serious. How is he not coming on our radar before? So it's good that again, as you said, Flowz, he's really pushing that region, that Tasmanian, Australasian region, he's pushing to the forefront. Him, obviously, Tim Zoo's done bits as well. Your boy Cambosis, obviously, he's in the mix. Liam Parrow, it's bubbling now, which is good because that side of the world we don't tend to see often. You know what I mean? They tend to stick to Australia, and that's it. So and New Zealand. So yeah, man, it's good, man. I will always, look to watch Opetaia work for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Let's see. At this point, Flowz, this card is hurtling along. Like it's speeding along because every fight is being ended by knockout. And I had the time in terms of the timers in terms of when things are meant to be, in terms of which fight is meant to be, what time it is, and it's out by this point. It's so out of sync because we've seen 1 7-round KO, 2 first-round KOs. And now we move on to Ajit Kabayel versus Makhmudov, Flowz. And we did say that, this card will have some upsets. The favorites aren't always going to win. We're not going to see a full-on card where all the favorites won. There will be at least one upset minimum. And here we have upset number 1, Flowz. Well, upset number 1. Kabayel, Makhmudov. Now, I think we both said that Mac will give it to Makhmudov, but I also do remember saying, Flowz, that there isn't much between these two for me.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it to Makhmudov off the strength of, I guess, just when I've watched him work, he's looked a bit more impressive, but it's not much. So to me, this was a 50-50 fight anyways, Flowz. And like I said, I wasn't a massive fan of Makhmudov. I'm not a massive fan of Kabayel. But I'll give it to him just off the strength that, he's bigger, he's more powerful. From what I've seen, his work is slightly more impressive, but they're both nothing special to me. This fight, Flowz, was a slobber knocker, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because Makhmudov has started as I expected him to start. Like I said, he's big and strong. That's probably his best attribute, Flowz. He's not very mobile, doesn't really use his footwork, but he throws big shots and he's hefty. He's very hefty. So his shots obviously carry power, and he was applying pressure to Kabayel. But Flowz, we've seen Kabayel be like, "Nah, I'm not a prick. I'm not a pussy. I'm not a dickhead. I'm here, I'm not a waste man." And he started firing back, Flowz, and he really started banging to the body of Makhmudov, and that body work was killing this guy. Wherein, so by the 3rd round, Makhmudov was shattered, absolutely shattered, and I think that's when he dropped him the first time in the 3rd round, wasn't it?
Yeah, body shot. To the knee.
It was a body shot where he made him take the knee. And from when that landed, Flowz, the entire landscape of the fight changed. And Kabayel got the confidence to really go for it and really press this guy and kept banging to the body. And it turned into a firefight, to be honest, Flowz. Yeah. But you're seeing Makhmudov quite quickly, actually, sort of fade away, so much to the point where he's been dropped, I think, twice more in the fourth round. And he's barely able to put his hands off Flowz. Like, he's so winded, he's so knackered. The bodywork's really, really killed him off. And Kabayel's come away with that upset victory, where a lot of people picked Makhmudov to win this. And Mr. Kabayel, who, as we've said, Flowz, has been around for a while. Best win to date is probably Chisora. But yeah, he's undefeated. I think 24 fights now. He's been inspiring with a lot of these guys. At one point, he was actually a potential AJ opponent as well.
Yeah.
And Fury as well, yeah. Yeah, both of them, actually. So he's known. And he's sort of, quietly sort of banged away in terms of getting his reputation up there, European champion and whatnot. It's a nice win for him, to be honest, Flowz. And maybe now, obviously, that can put him into position for a bigger fight, which I think is fair. I think he deserves that. But yeah, Makhmudov, a lot of people didn't expect it to happen, Flowz. But like I said, to me, there wasn't much between these two guys. Like, they're both nothing special to me.
Yeah. Adi Kabayel showed good resilience there, because it looks like he's Makhmudov is the size difference for one was apparent, especially after that first round as well, Flowz, where Makhmudov was applying pressure. Yeah, applying pressure, looked much bigger. Almost seeming like, he's gonna get him out of there, try and get him out of there early. But Kabayel started stepping into him and beating him to the punch in the exchanges. His hand speed was a lot quicker than Makhmudov's, and he started utilizing that. And he started applying the pressure. And Makhmudov was obviously happy to try to engage with him, but was losing the engages. Yeah. And Kabayel, being smart as well, was going to the body, investing into the body. And that started to pay dividends quite quickly, really, very quickly, invested to the body. So when he's beating you in the exchanges to the head and he's cracking you to the body as well, you could just see Makhmudov fading, and his defense was non-apparent. He was just almost ready to go out on his shield. There was no plan B for Makhmudov. There was no hold on. There was no defense. There was
nothing, bro.
It was just swing.
Just swing and hopefully. And the thing is, like I said, he's so slow. Yeah. So these were like these wild, like lumbering swings. Yeah, man. Not a good night for him, man. Yeah.
And while they had Sting early on, the Sting just started being snapped away from him.
Bro. The punch, like, he's almost throwing like his shoulder into it, like it's bare sloppy, like it was a mess. And that's because, he had nothing left, Flowz. That body work really drained this guy to the point where, he could barely even like get any purchase behind his punches. And I think people then really saw how limited this guy is. Super limited, very slow on his feet. Just big and strong. That's it, Flowz. That's his attribute. Big and strong. And scary looking. That's it.
Yeah, it's peak. He'll come again, though. There's still potential fights out there for him. It's not like he has to retire. He's still a good opponent for people to test themselves against, and he'll beat a lot of these guys as well. But that's just the level he's at. And there's no shame in being at that level. There's plenty of guys at that level. It's a good competitive level, if anything. So, good fight while it lasted. But shout out to Kabayel, man. First upset of the night.
Do you agree that Kabayel deserves like a sort of bigger fight? Like, I almost say like a main event, not main event, but a Dubois, for example.
Yeah.
Or do you think that's too much? I think that's a fair fight.
Dubois, that's a fair fight. He should fancy himself in that fight. He should. Yeah. Like, if you have aspirations in the heavyweight division, you should fancy yourself against Dubois, because he's tried to he's tried to fight at the level. Yeah. And he's failed twice. So and that's no knock at Dubois, because he can come again. He's still young. But if you have aspirations at the division, you should be like, let me get a Dubois. Yeah. Let me get someone of that level and prove myself.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, shout out to Kabayel. Well, nice segue into Mr. Dubois himself. That was the next fight. Another heavyweight fight. I think many
daddy. Daniel, Big Daddy Dubois.
Bless Dubois, man. Every time I hear him speak, I just say, bless this guy, man. Like, he's funny, but bless him, innit? Because, He really is a child. And yeah, man, that final presser was hilarious because that was the most scripted. You could tell he'd been practicing this a whole week.
What's up?
Because Dev Sahani asked him one question. He didn't even answer the question. He completely done the question and said, I only have one thing to say to Miller. Yo, Miller, what's up? Yeah, that's when he went to every baby needs a daddy, and I'm your daddy.
And I'm gonna get what he said. He said that's like I'm your daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna spank you, boy. He tried to put in the American Flowz. He tried to put in the American accent as well. Oh my, Flowz, bless him, bless his poor little heart, man. Because you could tell. One, I'm sure Frank wrote that for him, or someone in the team wrote that for him. But he definitely been spending the whole week practicing that for that moment. Yeah, bless him, man.
You know what?
At this point, Flowz, stick to Dubois, just stick to the quiet thing. You haven't got to, just stick to the quiet thing. It's calm. We know what you're like now. It's okay.
I've always said, look, I like seeing Dubois smiling and happy.
I do as well, actually. It brings a joy.
It does. Like, good to see him in good spirits. And fair play to him. He's been in good spirits this whole build-up in the press conference, both press conferences, interviews. He's not looks like, oh man, this guy's gonna kill me verbally. He's just been smiling. He's relished it almost. And this press conference, the final press conference, where he obviously had that line prepped and he couldn't wait to deliver it. Like you can see him giddy afterwards, like that came out.
Bro, bare happy that he said it. Bare smiling.
So pleased with himself. He said, "What's up?" Smiling, nodding. And I was like, you know what?
Listen.
Fair play to boy. Like,
yeah.
And even at the upper one, this is Africa. We saw laps.
Flowz, I put my hands up and I said, no. I had to rewind it because I wasn't sure if I heard it right. And he really said, this is Africa. We saw lambs out here. I said, yeah. He's, I don't want to say it, but he's something. I'm not going to say it, but yeah, it's what it is. Bless him.
Shout out the bar, man.
Shout out the bar, man.
But I need more.
Yeah. That was crazy. I'm sorry. That line is crazy. Anyways, bless him.
Look, I need more of that. Keep writing those lines. Keep working on them. Make them feel hilarious.
Man. Oh, man. But I can't lie, Flowz. It's because of just how he is. It's actually made me root for him more. Like, I really want him to win this fight. And obviously, yes, him and Big Baby Miller, complete different characters, contrasting personalities down to a T. Complete opposite ends of the spectrum. But I really want him to win this fight. And I picked him to win. To be honest, like I said, I picked Dubois. You picked Miller. Anyways, hey, it's 1-1. Today it's 1-1 because later on we'll discuss. Obviously, it's 1-1. It's cool. It's 1-1.
Miller, we'll get on to it.
Yeah. Flowz, I was confident that Dubois was going to win this because from what I've seen of Miller, I watched Miller before the ban. And obviously, I haven't actually watched him properly since he's come back from the ban. But I know he was like before. But even before the ban, he had one style, Flowz. He would just walk forward. Not really much head movement, nothing. Just walk forward. Always keep pulling forward. His attribute pre-ban, we know what his biggest attribute was. There are two things. He was one, huge, that we know. But it's the fact that for someone so big, he threw the most punches per round per heavyweight. Yeah. That active heavyweights today. That's what made him a monster. Because it's like, how are you so big and you have this much volume and output? And he didn't have concussive power, but he would overwhelm you with his size and volume. That's what will beat you down. And it's like, you can't keep and obviously he takes a very good punch because he's so heavy as well. So, but my point was, and I stressed this last week, and always people asking me, who do you think Dubois Miller? Because I told people that I'm picking Dubois. They're like, really? I think Miller's going to wear him down, this, that. I said, Miller is going to walk onto something mean the whole fight. Because he doesn't move his head. He's got no defense. He walks forward, and Dubois will hit hard enough, I believe. Dubois hits hard enough. He's a big puncher, Dubois. So he's going to keep walking forward and taking shots. And yeah, there is a possibility that he might wear Dubois down. But I'm backing Dubois on this. I think he's got enough to keep applying pressure and just to keep banging Miller until Miller finally breaks. And if we're keeping a buck, Flowz, that's what happened. Miller was a walking punching bag throughout that entire fight, Flowz.
From round one.
From round one. He walked forward as I knew he would. And you know what, Flowz? I said before that I believe Miller is probably still on the drugs because I heard that in his comeback fight, he threw bare punches per round. I'm going to change that, Flowz. After watching that performance, yeah, that brother is clean now. Because the famous volume that he's famous for, Flowz, was non-existent for this fight. In round one, I think Miller threw one punch, Flowz, in the first round.
That round one was damning.
Flowz, so peak. All he did was keep coming forward. High guard, walk forward. Dubois was popping him. In fact, Dubois was popping him so much, Flowz, in that first round that I said, Dubois, chill. Do not gas yourself out, because that's what this guy wants. And I think it was quite clear that Miller's tactic was to just keep exerting pressure by walking forward, so much so that Dubois would tire himself out. And Dubois was doing things from the round one that was annoying me first, because even, yes, he was piecing Miller up.
Yeah.
For some reason, Dubois was getting lulled into being physical with this guy.
Yeah.
So Miller was getting close, and Dubois is there pushing the middle. And first, you can literally see Dubois is struggling to move this guy. Can't even shift him.
That's 300 plus pounds.
Bro, it's a 100-pound weight difference. I said, Dubois, stop wasting time trying to push this guy off you and just step around him. Or use your jab to get the distance and your footwork to stay on the back foot. Don't let this guy get in close, because Miller's tactic was to get in close to this guy and then start banging.
Yeah.
And Miller's going to win that the whole time. So Dubois has started off, like I said, throwing a whole bunch of punches. They're bouncing off Miller. I saw him throw a couple body shots in there. It just bounced off this guy. I said, fair. But keep doing that. All you got to do is stay on the back foot, keep jabbing him, because Miller's defense is trash, and use your movement to stay out of reach from him, and don't get in close. And the moment you get in close, don't try and have a firefight with this guy. Get the hell out of there. And there were times, Flowz, where he was doing that well. But there was also other worrying signs. I think it was in round 3 where Miller actually picked up some activity and actually got close to Dubois and started banging to the body, Flowz, because this was a 10-rounder. And I remember, Flowz, I'm giving Dubois majority of these rounds. But I think it was the 5th round in particular, Flowz, or it might have been the 4th round.
Yeah, 4th.
Fourth. You're right. It was 2. I remember it was 2 rounds in the bounce where I sort of gave Miller wow. 4th and 5th, where Miller actually got some success, where he's gotten close to Dubois and worn Dubois down. And Flowz, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Dubois to me looked shattered, Flowz. In that 4th and 5th round, looked knackered. Miller's now looking in ascendancy. And I said, bruh, just from what I've seen in these 2 rounds, Flowz, I'm worried. Because of this guy's previous history of holding, I'm there thinking, rah. Miller had 2 back-to-back rounds in the ascendancy. Dubois looks tired. He's being worn down by this guy's weight and size. And now inside game, Miller's now actually landing good shots. I can't lie, Flowz. At that moment, I'm fearing the worst. And I'm thinking, we might see Dubois crumble here. And that is catastrophic for this young man's career. Because that's exactly what Miller said he was going to do. He's going to make him crumble. So I'm saying, Dubois, please go back to your boxing. Hey, shout out to Don Charles, because I can hit this guy's loud. You can actually hear him say it. Jab, don't do that. Get out of there. Jab. Like Don Charles is screaming at this guy. And thankfully, Flowz, Dubois got a second wind, and he got back to what he should have been doing, and that was boxing this guy from the outside. But I can't lie, Flowz, I have to be honest. For 2 rounds there, I was super worried, Flowz. Super worried. Oh, man, Dubois, man. Yeah, but yeah, jump in.
Yeah, it was... Dubois was boxing and moving early on, but like we say, his mistake was he was trying to push Gerald Miller, trying to be physical in that sense with him, and I was like,
Flowz, there were times where they were both tying up, and Dubois there trying to wrestle him. I
think Dubois, are you trying to do bench press 300 pounds in the middle of? And I promise you, bro, that's why he lost steam. That's why he got tired. That's why he got tired.
100%. It was that.
It wasn't, because obviously Miller weren't doing much in the first 2-3 rounds, and then he upped the activity in 4-5. From 4-5. Yeah. And that's where Dubois is looking tired, and he's standing in front of him. He's no longer moving. He's no longer boxing. And it's because you spent 2-3 rounds trying to bench press. Bench press 300 plus pounds, as well as throwing punches.
Yeah.
So, but it's granted, Miller's looking tiring too quick as well.
Yeah.
But just because of what we know from Miller in the past, he tends to do that for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
But he's going back to his corner and his mouth is open. He's looking tired. And I'm like, at this point, it's like, I think round 6, like these men look shattered. These men both look shattered. But Dubois did get his second win. He went back to his boxing. Miller's punches had nothing on them from that point, like nothing. And Dubois started to pick up again, and find his rhythm, banging. But shout out to Miller. Miller's taking these punches, like he's eating punches.
He's got a chin. Miller's got a chin.
His head's huge. He's got huge head,
bro. The way he was absorbing these body shots, bro, it was like you could just see him, like you could visibly see them being absorbed every time Dubois landed them, just bounced off, bro.
Eating them, and it's like, oh, can Dubois?
Flowz,
can Dubois get him out of there at this point?
I didn't think he would. At this point, I thought, okay, fair, because let's be real, Flowz. The moment Dubois got his second win and got back to his boxing, it was so easy for him. Easy for him. Like, it was piss easy for him. Like, Miller was getting pieced up badly. But I'm there saying, okay, I even said, I don't think Dubois should go for a knockout. Just stay like this. Don't bother trying to stop this guy because this guy clearly, he's eating everything. But then we get to the final round, Flowz. And we've seen stupidity upon stupidity from Miller here.
One of the funniest things I've seen in the final round.
I didn't even know where it came from, Flowz. It even seemed like I thought, what's he? I'm thinking to myself, did he really do that? Like, what's he doing?
I'm just saying, idiot.
Dubois hurt this guy. Also, do you remember doing the fight when Miller then started to talk to Dubois? I think to try and get his head. But Dubois is he's not even doing anything. Like, he's not engaging back. He's just staying focused. Shout out to Dubois, stay focused. But final round now.
But stay focused because all we could hear in the corner was Don Charles and Dubois' dad shouting.
That's what I said. Shout to Don Charles because he
screaming at him, telling him to box the move, and he listened. So they
double jab that fam. They were screaming instructions.
But carry on.
Final round now. You've got Dubois in the 10th round. Again, I'm not thinking the knockout's coming. Dubois, I think midpoint through the round now, has hurt Miller. And I say hurt Miller, he's actually landed the shot. Because I said all these shots are landing in the previous rounds, but Miller's just walking forward. He's not even taking a step back. We've finally seen him land a big shot to the face. And Miller has swayed back to the ropes. I said, he's actually hurt. He's felt that one. Miller's now on the ropes, like chilling on the ropes. We don't see him stick his tongue out. Man did a David Adelaide. I just see a bloody tongue come out. I said, okay, he's there talking to him. Bro, this man's got his hands down. Hands down, rocking on the ropes. He's told Dubois to come in. He's beckoned Dubois in.
And he's not for the punch.
And at some point, Dubois at first was watching, like, And then we just seen Dubois just go, okay, cool, F it. Dubois started unloading. It served Miller to put his hands up or grab Dubois or something.
No.
He's still, I think he's still mouthing off as well.
He's stuck his tongue out again.
He's still mouthing off and eating punches without even putting his hands up or defending himself. I've said, what the hell is this guy doing? What's he doing?
There's 10 seconds to go in the round, by the way.
There's 10 seconds left, and Dubois got this guy in the corner on the ropes, and he's unloading. Dubois landed about 10 unanswered shot flows, like full-on flush shots. Not once has Miller put his hands up, not once he tried to clinch, not once he tried to throw him back.
But he's still goading.
He's just goading, eating it. And there's 10 seconds left, flows. The referee's now jumped in and stopped the fight. And obviously, I watched with a bunch of people. A bunch of people are telling me, that was like, it's 10 seconds. The ref should allow him, blah, blah.
No.
I said, no, good.
No.
Because I actually celebrated. I've never celebrated the Dubois win before, but I said, yes, I'm happy he got this Miller, this stoppage on his resume. Because obviously, Miller's never lost. This is his first loss. It serves Miller right. Because what the hell are you doing, bro?
That's one of the craziest.
What are you doing? Just put your hand. All you had to do was just grab him. That was what you had to do. And he would survive that fight.
I'll message you. Miller's an idiot.
Bro,
idiot.
Dumb.
You got hurt, and the first thing you done was drop your hands and start talking and sticking out your tongue.
Crazy.
He didn't throw a punch.
The thing is, I thought, you know, boxers do the golden thing because they're going to try and get him in so they can quick catch him, like unawares. This guy he didn't even throw. He literally threw nothing. That entire
bro.
All I see is this and that.
And he always doing is talking and sticking out his tongue and
crazy
laughing.
behavior.
He's laughing. I was like,
crazy behavior. Crazy behavior.
You got yourself knocked out, and you deserved it. Shout out to Dubois, man,
bro. And shout out to the ref. The ref was right to stop because honestly, he was because Dubois is a hard hitter, as we know. He was getting banged. Like these weren't like baby shots. These were hard, heavy shots from Dubois. So the referee actually, Flowz, as far as I'm concerned, the referee saved his life.
Yeah.
The referee saved your life, Jarrell Biller. Because what Dubois was doing was crazy to you. And you weren't even fighting back. So yeah, I think the ref was right to stop it. I don't care about, these are only 10 seconds. Nope. These are the rules. Put your hands up, protect yourself at all times. They'll tell you that before you start the fight. This guy was doing nothing but golden. So he deserves that. And I'm super happy for Dubois because obviously you know the narrative around him in terms of, you know, potential last chance saloon. If he ends up quitting and folding, that's it for him. He even said there was a lot of pressure on him. And I think for me, Flowz, Dubois showed me something in that fight because like I said, I was super worried in that round 4 and 5 where I'm thinking to myself, is that old habit going to come in where this guy walks and folds? But we can actually visibly see him dig deep, not buying into Miller's bullshit in terms of, you know, getting goaded by him and not letting him drag you into a scrap that you don't want to be in. He was able to get his second win and get back onto his boxing. So like I said, I'm happy for him. Super happy that he got this W. And it's a bit of a redemption from him, I guess.
We disagree, bro.
I know you disagree.
I'll let you get off and I'll talk.
Yeah. I say redemption for me because, like I said, I fully let me be honest. In that 4th and 5th, after that 4th and 5th round Flowz, I fully expected the bar to fold. I can't lie. I actually expected that to happen. So at that point, I lost faith. I thought to myself, rah, this guy's really gonna fold again? Nah, get him out of there. If he folds again, I don't want to see Daniel Dubois again. So I think it surprised me that he was able to get second win. Because remember, Flowz, I picked him because I knew it would be easy for him if he got on his boxing. I knew it would be easy if he did that. So seeing him sort of get shattered and sucked into that, I'm thinking to myself, bruh, this guy's gonna let me down. So, but the fact that he didn't let me down and we've seen him get back on his boxing, to me showed me something at least. So that's why I'm saying, let me not say redemption, but he showed me something, which I'm happy to see. Yeah. But you, Flowz, I know you're saying that he did what you had to do. He beat a soup can.
Not that Jabril Miller's a soup can. He's just been on the couch. He's out of shape. You did what you were supposed to do. You were meant to stop him, meant to knock him out. You're meant to do boxing a favor in that sense. Granted, he did show a bit of fight, but you're a boxer. You're meant to show fight. I'll put myself in the category of the people who disrespected Dubois. I think all of us who picked Miller were disrespecting Dubois.
Yep, I agree, Flowz.
Were disrespecting Dubois. There's no because I even said last he should win. He should win.
Because Flowz, but you said it's because you felt like he might end up folding. Yeah.
And you shouldn't fold to Miller. Not this version of Miller anyway. But you folded twice against an elite operator. That's fine. And a juggernaut in Joyce, who you were hitting him with your hardest shots, but he actually has a great jab and is still a decent engine.
Actual fundamentals,
And you had an injury. So that's why you folded. So there's not even any shame in that as such. But Miller's going to try and bring it out of you. But this version of Miller doesn't have the tools to do it. You're meant to get him out of there. That's
the tools, not aka the drugs.
Yeah. He doesn't have the juice anymore.
Not the juice no more.
You're meant to do that. So am I going to give you credit or say, this is redemption for you? I'll give you credit, but this is no redemption. This is no, you've shaken off the quitter tag. No, this is an L for me in saying, I hold my hands up and say, I shouldn't have disrespected you, Dubois. You know what you were meant to do. But another fight is going to come and ask you those questions that Miller really doesn't have the tools to ask you. If a legit elite fighter won't be like, oh, nah, he's not a quitter no more. He's got heart now. Nah, they're gonna stick it on you. Then you'll answer even more questions. But look, shout out to Dubois. I felt like mentally he's answered questions in his head. For sure. For himself, which is the most important thing. Because this is the first time a fighter's really stuck it on him and said those words to him.
Yeah.
And now he's dispatched them. So next time he's more mentally prepared. So yeah, I think it served him well. And I'm happy for Dubois. He done what he needed to do in a good way, good fashion.
Yeah.
And even had that storm in between, which he overcame. So shout out to Dubois for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I shouldn't have disrespected you. I shouldn't have picked I really shouldn't have. But that's on you because you've been showing me nonsense. Well, not nonsense. Let me not say
not nonsense, but you've shown that tendency that you might be a quitter. I mean, the stat came out before the fight of that this guy's been down 6 times and he's never been knocked down, Flowz. He's voluntarily taken the knee 6 times in his career. He's never been dropped by the opponent. 6 knees is crazy. No, it's crazy.
6 knees. When I saw that stat, I was crying. This guy's never been knocked out, never been stopped, but he's never been knocked out. 6 knees.
That's mad. 6 voluntary knees is nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy for Dubois. Keep trash talking.
No.
Keep listening to your corner.
Like I said, big up Don Charles and big up his pops because they were so you could hear, like that's all you could hear. That's all you could hear was them man shouting at him, and it worked. So shout out to them, man. I think a Kabayel is a good fight to make Dubois Kabayel. I think that's nice. He's on the road to it's a comeback trail for him. Obviously, he lost to Usyk. He's rebuilding. He's young enough to rebuild. He's 26, 27. Kabayel, Dubois. I think that's a good fight. If you ask me, I think I should set that up. That's a nice little opponent there. Both coming off big wins as well. Good fight, man. That was a lot of people's anticipated fight. Good fight. And I like how obviously Miller was respectful afterwards and said, he ain't definitely no quitter. He said he's made a friend for life. I like, obviously we know what it's like in boxing. They talk a lot of, trash beforehand, but there's always genuine respect afterwards normally. And that was nice to see for sure. Man, shout out to Dubois, man. Took out the trash and Jarrell Miller. That's what, that's also what I want to say. Shout out to Dubois.
Yeah.
Miller, I don't have to see him again. Obviously, I know you want to see him again, Flowz. He's very entertaining. We know this. But my thoughts on him. I don't believe he should be boxing. But Miller will always be Miller. He will always trash talk. He will always be a sharp character in terms of his wit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think in the second final press conference, he approached it well. He was a bit more respectful. It's because him and Eddie had the back and forth.
It's because he converted to Islam. He reconverted to Islam. He reverted. Yeah. So I think that's why he was.
Yeah. That's true. But look, if he stays clean, gets his shape, he's someone who'll self out because everyone wants to see him lose. Everyone wants to see him lose, and he will sell a fight. He'll talk. He's actually not disliked in terms of his personality. When you deep his personality is actually
it's likable. Actually.
Infectious. He talks nonsense when he's beefing people, but like you saw the face off with AJ before the fight when they were talking. Look, he can sell a fight if he gets clean. Because he was testing this fight, so and you can tell.
I could tell he was clean this fight. Boy, that engine, which was just famous, which it's why like that back and forth with Eddie. By the way, Eddie cooked that man. When they had the little backup. Obviously, he said the fish thing. He said that fish and chips. Eddie said, you say this every fight, get some new lines. Yeah. And then Eddie at the end said, "We'll see what your engine is like now." I said, "Yeah, you cooked this guy. Cooked him. Cooked Eddie. Eddie cooked him, and boy." That engine is finito, bro.
Yeah, look, anyone who wants a freebie or comeback, Dylan White, Jarrell Miller, set up. I'll see it.
To you, fair. I'll actually pay money to see that. I can't lie because I know that build up flows up. We've said it before. That build up there, crazy.
Wilder Miller, set up. All these fights, Miller will sell. He will talk, and he's a punching bag. So. If you want a freebie, he's right there for you. But I'd like to see him get in shape, 300 plus pounds. He's always coming big, but yeah, man, that's
ridiculous.
That's 2 big paws. So Yeah. Miller, stick around, man. Stay clean.
Okay, cool. Let's quick segue to the light heavyweight division, Flowz. The second, I guess, mismatch of the night. Shame to call it a mismatch because I do like Lyndon Arthur, but we knew it was going to be a mismatch. He challenged Dimitri Bivol. He was challenging Dimitri Bivol. And actually, Arthur's IBO belt was also on the line. So, yeah, both their belts were on the line. Flowz, again, as expected, this fight went down to... This fight went on as expected, to be honest, for me, down to a T, Flowz. Bivol has basically beat up Lyndon Arthur for 12 rounds. Literally beat from the first round where he got Arthur in the corner against the ropes and just stuck it on him, peppered him with shots. I said, yeah, it's gonna be a very, very long night for Lyndon Arthur. And I hope he's prepared to do it. I hope he's ready because this is what's gonna happen for 12 rounds. Bivol won't stop him. Bivol won't stop him. Bivol doesn't stop people. We've established this. He just beats you up for 12 rounds. That's literally what he does. And I think he's content to do that for 12 rounds. I don't think Bivol cares about stoppages at all. I think he said it before. If it comes, it comes, but he never looks for a knockout. But what he will do is he will just beat you up for 12 rounds. And that's more or less what happened with this fight, Flowz. Lyndon Arthur got beat up for 12 rounds. There were times when he was just looking to survive in there. Lyndon started off with his quality jab as he did. But what's his name? Bivol also has a quality jab, as we know, right, Flowz? And it was a bit of a battle of the jabs. But the difference is, Flowz, and I think what a lot of people don't realize about Bivol until you get in the ring with him, especially fighters, this guy's hand speed is a joke. His hand speed is crazy, Flowz. Like, I don't think people realize it until they get in the ring with him or you watch him live. He's fast for light heavy. He's got the quickest hands out.
He's deceptive with it as well. That's what gets people because you think he's out of range. And you don't think he's out of range. You don't think he's in your range. You think his hands are down, or you think he's waiting. Boom.
Really and truly, Lyndon Arthur shouldn't lose a battle of the jabs versus Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah,
but because of dimensions, and Lyndon actually has a world class, like a quality jab.
Yeah,
Lyndon's jab is sick. It's very varied. It comes from the hip. Sometimes it's to the chest. Sometimes it's really, really good. It's because he's got long levers.
Yeah,
he was losing the battle of the jabs with Dimitri Bivol, based on the fact that Dimitri is so quick, and as you said, deceptive. You're not realizing that he can actually get you from here, and boom, pop back. And everything with Bivol is set up behind the jab. And once he catches you once, he then launches in with the crazy combos. Head, body, boom, boom. It's almost like Flowz. It's like a whirlwind of attack from Bivol. That's how he moves. And you're trying to find openings to get this guy. But because his footwork is so good, Flowz, it's hard to even time him correctly. So that's the issue that Lyndon Arthur was faced with. And this is the conundrum that Bivol is. And we see all his opponents get befuddled. Zorro, befuddled. Canelo, befuddled. Bro, all these men, and these are top quality men. Look, every time they're just befuddled by being in the ring with this guy, man. It's incredible to see. And that's why I call Lyndon Arthur, man. It was quite peak in portions. I give Arthur some credit in the sense that I actually thought that despite the fact that he was getting worked and pieced up, Flowz, it's gonna sound funny, but Arthur's defense was really good to me in the fight. Especially the times when Bivol had him under pressure. A lot of the time when Bivol was doing his whirlwind attack, Arthur was able to, block for punches really, really well, based on obviously his hand placement with his gloves. He was able to really tuck up quite well, slip punches. Obviously, whilst Bivol's attacking, he's blocking them whilst moving at the same time and moving his head. So he actually avoided a lot of punishment. He took a lot of punishment, but he also avoided a hell of a lot of punishment as well. So defensively, Arthur was actually good, even though he got pieced up. But it was a mismatch, Flowz. There was actually not much Arthur could do. One or two times he caught Bivol nicely. I think towards the end he landed a really good body shot on Bivol that actually hurt Bivol. It looked like we've seen Bivol take a step back for like the first time ever. But the moment he landed that shot, Flowz, I said to my, I was watching with people, I said, watch Bivol go crazy now. And you've pointed out before, Flo, is that one thing about Dimitri Bivol, he always has to have the last word. If you get him good, he will make sure he ends the land. He will make sure he ends the round, in the ascendancy, always. Yeah. And the moment that he has to leave with something. So the moment Arthur hurt him, he went crazy and won the rest of the. He won the last. He won the last couple seconds. He made sure he punished him again. So, man, it was a mismatch. What can Arthur have done for us?
Nothing. Look, the problem with Arthur is he's hard to hit as well. That's a real, especially someone who's, like I say, he's deceptively. He's within your range, but he's out of your range as well. Because
you mean Bivol? I think you said Arthur.
Bivol. Bivol. So he's hard. It's hard to judge his distance because he's so in and out. But he's always right in front of you. It's not like he's backing away. Right. He's always right in front of you, but he's constantly moving. He's constantly up and down. His head's moving. His hand position's moving. His front foot pressure is making you back away, and you're thinking, wow, this guy's pressuring me without throwing punches. He's right there, but I'm throwing and I'm missing. and he's throwing and he's hitting me.
Yeah.
He keeps his lead foot constantly in front of you. But his head and body's like let back and up and down.
Yeah.
So Arthur don't have the tools to
simply. Yeah.
Yeah, Bivol's a joy to behold. Joy to behold. He's a problem that's hard to solve. His jab is good. He dropped Bivol Arthur in what round? The 10th or
11th?
11th, yeah.
I think it was 11th.
It
was 11th. Yeah, it was 11th because end of it. It was right at the end though.
Right at the end. I think it was body shot.
Yeah.
And that's one. There's two criticisms of Bivol. I'll say. Doesn't throw enough body shots. He did in portions and they worked superbly. He doesn't throw enough. Is my concern, especially because when he does throw it, it's brilliant. Brilliant body shots. Brilliant body shots. And the other is in relation to the knockdown. When he has fighters hurt, he throws combinations, but he doesn't like sit down and like, bro, I'm gonna try and get you out there. He'll throw a flurry, and I feel like some of these flurries, we've talked about judge and refereeing and how certain ways you can just boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And the ref will jump in.
Yeah.
The ref was itching to jump in there. But Bivol, while he was throwing his flurry, he stops. And then
the 12th round specifically was when the referee was there. Remember, the 12th round, the referee, like they're obviously 12th round, he's hurt Arthur in the 11th.
Yeah.
12th round, we know he's gonna go for it. And the first minute of the 12th round, Bivol has gone crazy on Arthur, which we knew he would. And we're seeing Arthur doing the really good defensive work.
Yeah.
So that's not all landing, but the referee is literally right there. Yeah. And we see he's like this, Flowz, leaning forward. And I'm watching it closer. He was about, I think Flowz about 5 seconds away from stopping it. But Arthur then threw out of nowhere. Arthur threw, I think, like an uppercut.
Yeah.
And that's when the referee backed off. And he went with so much for a minute. Yeah.
I feel like Bivol should. Granted, he doesn't care about knockouts.
Yes.
And granted,
I was asking about his lack of killer. Is this, an issue for him? Because I say lack of killer because that's what everyone says. They say he's not a killer. I think,
make that mistake. But make that mistake is what I'll say.
I think Bivol, if he wants to, he can.
Yeah.
But because he truly doesn't care, I generally don't think he cares about knocking people out.
Yeah.
And as you say, I think we said it before in this pod, Flowz, I watched Bivol fight, right? And his punches, the way he throws his punches, he doesn't necessarily, they're hard, but they're not super hard, but they're hard enough to knock your head back.
He doesn't sit down and bam.
But he doesn't truly sit down and set his feet and go, I'm going to take you out with this shot. No, it's hard enough to knock you back and hurt you, but never hard enough to actually get you out there.
Yeah.
And I think that's by design. I don't know why. I feel like I feel like he might be a sicko who just likes beating people up, you know.
Yeah, I think he likes to keep his body fluid. He doesn't. He's never super tense.
He's super fluid. Yeah. That's the way he fights.
He's very fluid in his combinations. He throws punches very fluidly. He's not boom tense and boom.
Yeah.
He's not throwing haymakers. He's throwing big punches, but they're all fluid because his body's quite loose. He needs to.
Yeah.
He works. If he sat down these punches, that's not his style. He's not gonna be able to step out, step in, bounce up and down. So he's very fluid. But I reckon in portions, he needs to ditch that and not even try and knock them out. You could nowadays you can con the ref by getting KOs. You can boom.
It's true.
Throw the same punch over and over again, and the ref will be like, oh, no, I've seen enough. They don't have to land. They just need to rock you side to side and make you make your head move side, even though you're blocking it.
Yeah, because Bivol was actually blocking most of these punches.
Yeah,
when
Arthur
he was going for
it.
Arthur.
So, but it's just that because he was so fluid, it's not like shots that are making Arthur go from side to side. Arthur's just like kind of rolling it. He's taking some of them and landing, but look, he could get a few more KOs to boost the stat pad by having the ref jump in those portions. But look, he doesn't care. And the people who feel like, oh, he's not a killer because of that, if you think you could come forward and try, you'll get knocked out. I'm telling you. The people who it says they end up surviving. Really and truly. If you think you're gonna come and he's not a killer, so I saw someone say he's polymyalgia of the light.
Relax.
You're in big trouble if you think that.
Relax.
You'll get stopped. You'll get stopped if you think that.
Relax.
You'll get stopped. So don't think he's pillow fisted or he's not, because I think he's very respectful. I think he doesn't want to. He's
rude though.
There's no benefit for me to see you on the canvas.
Do you know what he said afterwards? He even said that it was nice. It was nice sparring for him. That was literally a sparring session. He said afterwards, Flowz, it was good 12 rounds of sparring. I said, you're rude. You're rude.
He doesn't care.
He was. He was.
All these fights, his demeanor is like, look, I'm not there to try and really kill this guy. I just want to whip. So shout out to Bivol, man. Another one.
He's mad, cold. Man. He's mad.
Small for the division, well, not small, but smaller than most of these man. But
I think I saw stat flows as well. That's recently that was like CompuBox stats, like official. The person who I think avoided like the least amount of punishment, percentage-wise, or something like that, in terms of how hard he is to hit, was Bivol. He's the record. Like he's the hardest to hit officially, according to CompuBox stats.
I think Shaq is in the mix as well.
Shaq is in the mix. Haney was in the mix now because of that pro grade, also, the pro grade performance. But it's brazy because, as you say, this guy is right in front of you. And he's throwing, which means he should be open, right, Flowz? But you still somehow struggle to hit him. It's crazy. Lyndon, look, as I said, overmatched. I think he was very happy to survive in there. Good experience for him, obviously. We knew he was never going to win. But that's his first title fight. Now he knows, I think, the level he needs to be at to be competitive at least. Maybe not win, but be competitive, obviously. So that might sharpen him and make him better. Again, I think he can come back from this. He's not done or finished by any means. He took the fight. I don't blame him for taking the fight, Flowz. It's life-changing money. There to be great, life-changing money. Why not? But he can go back to the drawing board with new experiences in terms of, okay, that's the level I potentially might need to get to. Let's work at it, maybe.
Look, all our British fighters, that level we don't get to.
So as we said, just wait till these men bounce.
Fight each other, keep fighting each other, do the rematch. Just leave Beterbiev, leave Bivol alone. So they face each other.
So which is supposedly, obviously they're meant to be working on it. That could potentially be next year, Riyadh season. I also say every time we see these men fight, obviously we know Beterbiev is fighting Callum Smith earlier on next year.
Yeah.
I think you said before, Flowz, that you're favoring Bivol. Every time you see Bivol, you're leaning towards him more and more. I think you said you're firmly in Bivol camp now, right? To beat Beterbiev.
I say I always change after each of the fights, but I always flip. But once the Bivol's just fought, so I guess I'm team. But I tend to lean towards Bivol in that fight.
I think from what I can gauge, because obviously I speak to other boxing heads as well, Beterbiev seems the favorite at the moment. I think.
Does.
But To me, Flowz, it's truly a 50-50. It's a 50-50. I flip-flop as well. I don't know. Right now, I'm on the fence. I can't lie. I'm on the fence right now because Petrovia is probably going to show me something nasty versus Callum Smith soon and stop that guy. So we'll see. Good fight, by the way. Callum Smith, Petrovia, very good fight. But I know who I'm favoring. But regardless, next year, guaranteed, we need this fight. Bivol, and we think it's going to be Beterbiev. Callum Smith might upset the apple cart. Who knows? But yeah, if it's Beterbiev versus Bivol, we need that next year.
His Excellency.
I know His Excellency will do it for us. I know. Close. I know he will do it for us. I know His Excellency has a plan for me. Yeah. I know this. He's got a plan for me. And you as well.
We'll plan for boxing.
Fam,
he has a plan for boxing.
I trust it's boxing heritage. I believe in the heritage. His Excellency. Shout to him. Riyadh season. We'll be there no matter what. Flowz, let's get to it, man. The two main event fights. I said it's 1-1.
Yeah.
Because man, this is actually a wonderful day, man. In fact, this entire night was great for me. Amazing night of boxing.
Fantastic.
And I say why, Flowz, because
we won. We both won.
We won, Flowz.
we won.
Even though I lost prediction, I won.
We won.
Flowz, I said that whole night injected into my veins because not only has this guy Wilder, this bozo, lost, but to top it on, cherry on the cake, Flowz, we've seen AJ put in a demolition job on Mr. Otto All-In Wallin. So for me, Flowz, I went to bed smiling. Cheshire cat, beaming.
One of the happiest I've been after a card.
Deontay Wilder has lost. He has lost versus Joseph Parker. He's more than just lost, Flowz. He has lost every single round.
Badly.
12-0, badly, battered and bruised. I picked Wilder to win for simple reasons, Flowz. I never usually pick Wilder. I've picked Wilder to win 2 fights in his entire career, by the way. I think it was the first Fury fight, and the caveat was the fact that Fury is literally coming off the couch after a 3-year layoff. So I don't think Fury would be any sort of shape and form to fight this guy. Obviously, after that first fight, I said, yeah, this guy really does stink, which I knew.
Yeah.
Because I have legit picked every opponent Wilder's fought, I've legit picked them to beat him. Even the bums like Brazil, I've picked them to beat Wilder. And usually, as we know, Flowz, Wilder will get beaten up the entire fight and then come out with it. And like I said, it jars me so much. And his inevitable right hand has pissed me off for so long, so that I said to myself, you know what? Who am I kidding here? It's Deontay Wilder. I said it last week. He's going to lose every single round. But the inevitable will happen where he lands that big right hand and it's night-night for Joe Parker. That's why I picked him to win. Because that's literally how every single Wilder fight, bar Tyson Fury, has gone. In fact, it almost happened in Fury 1. He actually almost did it in Fury 1. If not for Fury, if not for God literally raising this guy up, he actually would have done it in Fury 1. So that is literally the typical Deontay Wilder performance, Flowz.
Yeah.
Last night, I was treated to a typical Deontay Wilder performance, Flowz.
About the ace in the hole.
Flowz, this guy looked horrible. But I was telling people, this is what Deontay Wilder is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like you're seeing him backing off, not throwing punches, not being able to throw a jab, struggling to set offense up, awkward punching style, chin up in the air, no defense, not like fam. It's typical Deontay Wilder. We know this guy can't box. He is trash.
Yeah, never books. Look, for one of the times we've seen Eric, look, we've always said this. We've always said it on this podcast.
Gerald Washington,
Arthur Spilker giving him hell. Eric Molina, all giving him hell. And these are bums giving him hell, losing rounds, wobbled, rocked. The only thing Wilder has is resilience. I mean, this guy
he's very hard to knock down.
And he won't go down. He'll keep fighting. He will survive somehow.
Yeah.
and the ace in the right hand, which has bailed him out so many times.
Every single time, more or less, yeah.
I think on the episode where we had Sean on recently,
yeah,
I questioned if he still has that ace in the hole, if he still has the power. And granted, the last thing to go is the power.
Yeah.
But what has gone for him is his desire and heart. That's gone.
Facts.
His desire and heart.
We'll talk about that because that was very apparent as well afterwards. Yeah.
His desire and hunger. Look, the reason why Wilder is where he is or what we think he is because he's avoided people like Parker. He's avoided legit tests.
Bro.
Fury was a cherry pick gone wrong.
Bro. Yeah, keep going. Keep cooking. Keep going.
Fury was a cherry pick gone wrong, and he because he had some success in landing. He thought, I can do it again. I could do it again. He couldn't do it again. Luis Ortiz was old and done, finished. Almost a cherry pick gone wrong as well, 2 times.
Almost, yeah.
But outside of Fury, he's never fought a former champ. He's never unified. He's talked about unifying the division and doing this. He's never once tried to unify. The former champs he's fought was Stavern, who's not a legit champion, Fury, and now Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is the second best name on his resume, and he's lost. His best winners are old Luis Ortiz, who's had stinkers since. So look, he's been built up to be all of this and all of that, and you built Luke Fury up on beating a Wilder who we knew couldn't box anyway. So yeah, Wilder's, this is why he's never unified. This is why he never fought anyone of note. And the problem is after fighting Fury, he couldn't go back to fighting soup cans. Yeah. You can have 1 or 2, but you're always gonna have to be stuck in with a Ruiz, which he didn't want to fight. A Parker. Yeah. You have to start fighting. He never fought anyone top 10. He wasn't fighting any top 10 fighters.
Facts.
As a champion, fighting ranked 450 or something. He's been exposed today for good.
Flowz, I am so happy because in my eyes, yeah, the Deontay Wilder chapter is now closed. And this book, Flowz, told the tale of the most protected, overinflated boxer and resume in history. I've said it before, Flowz. I think Deontay Wilder is the worst champion to grace the heavyweight division. In fact, he might even be the worst champion in boxing history. If we're talking ability, Flowz, ability.
Yeah, boxing ability is horrible.
Because Flowz, it's not even ability, it's Flowz. He's an amateur in there. And he's been the same from day one. The boxing ability has never improved. It stayed the same. And it got to the point where even he himself is saying, I don't need to box. You have to be perfect for 36 minutes. I have to be perfect for 1 second. So I'm not even going to try and box. I don't need to box. It got to the point where Flowz, where he wasn't even trying to box. All he was trying to do was get that big right hand in, boom, that's it. So we have a guy here, Flowz, that had, over 10 defenses?
Mm-hmm.
More than 10 defenses. It was a record at one point, I think.
Yeah.
You look at the resume, over 40 fights. And it's the most protected resume, like as in his resume and just him, all protected, overprotected, overpadded, all fake.
None of them top 10 heavyweights.
And they fed this to the fans. And they marketed amazing marketing. And they pulled the wall over the eyes of some. Not us, obviously, because we're tuned on and we know boxing.
Then AJ scared, all this.
They did the whole propaganda. He's ducking. We offered him this, they're ducking. Parker ran from me when he was champion. I tried to fight him, he ran from me. So-and-so ran. They didn't want to fight me. When it's on record, you're admitting that, oh yeah, I turned down 100 million because I wanted to fight you, Fury. I turned down this, I turned down that.
As well,
by the way,
as that,
Deontay Wilder is sick to his stomach, by the way, but he turned that 100 million down, by the way. Because that is, anyways, sick to his stomach. But anyways, yeah, as you say, dark Klitschko. We've seen this, but you've tried to spin it and say, so-and-so didn't want to fight me. He's running scared. He doesn't want to fight me, etc., etc., etc. You've been protected, and now the jig is up. Yeah. You have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. this wasn't Flowz. To me, this wasn't exposing because he's been exposed for me. We've been saying it for years. But this guy's resume is trash. Look at the guys he's fought. Molina, Duhapa, Brazil, Stavern, King Kong Ortiz twice.
Washington.
Gerald Washington.
Malik Scott.
Like these guys
Arthur Spilker.
Flowz, fodder. Soup cans, bin men, whatever you want to call them. All fodder. And and Flowz, you've tried to, and you've raised this guy up, put him on this pedestal. So much so, Flowz, that they even calling, at one point, they were trying to say he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I said, not on my watch. Not on my watch. They're saying Hall of Famer. For what?
It's crazy when boxing heads as well were backing this guy. Boxing heads were saying, yeah, he does this and does that. No, he doesn't. He's never.
I don't get it. I don't get it, Flowz. I don't understand how. I don't get it. I really don't. How they've been able to do people for so long, Flowz. I don't get it.
I'm glad it's been exposed. Look, to me, it's not an upset at all because when Parker was champion,
I hear that.
Wilder was champion. Yeah. Wilder was champion before AJ.
Yep.
Wilder said one face, one name. There's too many champions. He never once attempted to unify. Never once. Not once. Never had a unification fight. And now you see why. When Parker was champion and Wilder was champion, I would have picked Parker. I picked Parker to beat him. I said Parker beats him then. Parker beats him now.
Facts.
All those top 10 guys, when you're losing round by round by round to people in the top 100, top 50, and you're being bailed out by the right hand, that's what you're relying on. It can't bail you out against the elite, the better operators, and it couldn't bail you out last night, and it wouldn't have bailed you out if you fought an AJ, a Povetkin. All these man, when you had a chance, a Klitschko, it wouldn't have bailed you out. You were champion, and your promoter's saying, "Oh, you're still a baby. That's why you can't fight Klitschko." That's crazy to me. And now you see why, because he gets in there with an elite operator, and you know what? Credit to Tyson Fury, because you're the reason he stepped up and he couldn't go back down. There's no way he can't go back to fighting. You had a little tune up in Hellenius, but you can't. The names chucked at you are Ruiz, Parker. These are the names that get chucked at you now. You have to fight them, and you will get exposed. And you got exposed immediately. A timid Parker. A finished Parker, they're saying.
A Parker that AJ beat when? Time ago?
Comfortably. Beat you every single round.
Every single round, Flowz. Like, we don't even have to. The first round was cagey, but from round 2 onwards, when Parker actually got some confidence to go for it, easy work. Easiest night's work ever. That's
Parker's easiest win.
Facts.
Ruiz gave him more trouble.
Ruiz some people still say Ruiz beat him. So, yeah.
Joyce beat him. These are the people who Parker's got in his resume. Zorro gave him more trouble. Yikes. Your easiest win. Wilder, your Parker's easiest win.
Crazy.
That's the best I've seen Parker in a long time.
Bro, first of all, shout out to Joe Parker. Came in look, amazing shape.
Wilder, you're the cherry. You're the cherry what?
Came in amazing shape. Had the game plan. Stuck to it. Got confidence. So it's like, you know what? I saw the round where Parker clocked and said, this guy is really air, you know? This guy is nonsense. Like I saw the round where Parker was like, why am I being timid here? Because you can see early on, Parker was timid. Yeah. I know he was white. Because typical Wilder thing is, Wilder will try and get you to come in so that he could try and time the big right hand. That's all Wilder was looking for. So Parker is keeping a mad distance. Like, this is even too far because he's throwing jabs. It's short. And we've visibly seen Parker, like, I think he landed one quick shot. They caught him. And where he's clocked, he thought to himself, the next round, that's when he started really throwing punches. That's when he's clocked like, right, this guy really is nothing, you know? Like, he's not even offering anything. I'm way better than this guy. This guy's trash. Let me get him out of here.
Parker stopped setting things up with a jab. He started just coming in with a straight.
Stop, just launching it, bro. Just started launching in.
He took a step forward and just stayed in that step forward. He wasn't. Yeah. Took a step forward and just said, I'm on it.
I'm gonna be honest, Flowz. Even though this was happening and Parker was winning around comfortably, I still had that uneasy feeling because of, again, I've got PTSD from Wilder. I do. Because, like I said, many times I've backed the opponent and I'm there celebrating, like, yeah, 1 round left, 2 rounds left, celebrating. And out of nowhere, he lands the shot and it's all she wrote. So throughout this fight, I'm still saying, they never was coming. I could just feel it. Like, I'm getting tense. I'm getting annoyed because it's like, rah, this guy's going to do this again to me. And it's happening. It's coming. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Flowz, I think it was the 11th round where I finally said, wow, it's not going to come. I can't believe this. It's actually not going to come. That big right hand is done. I only realized after the 11th round happened, Flowz, that's when I finally, was at peace. And I was like, fair. Parker's done this, because I knew Wilder would try and do something stupid in the 12th round, but it won't be enough. Parker's a lot smarter than that. And I was even saying, yo, Parker, because obviously there was moments in the fight where he really stuck it on Wilder. And again, Wilder's resilience is weird because even the way he defends is hilarious, Flowz, because again, he has his chin up in the air. Yeah. All he does is lean back and roll side to side. And it's Flowz. He does this. Like, it's weird. There was a point, 12th round, where he's desperate. So he's got Parker like in a bit of a headlock or whatever. And he's tried to do like hammer fists. Embarrassing behavior from Parker. From Wilder. He's actually a ridiculous boxer. The most ridiculous boxer I've ever seen in my life. But I was even saying, yo, Parker, that 12th round, just run. You don't have to do anything. You've got this in the bag. You're so far ahead. Just don't engage him. But I think Parker genuinely wanted to knock him out. Andy Lee was pushing for a knockout from early. He said, you can knock this guy out. Andy Lee was saying, get this guy out of here, man. He's dead. So in that 12th round, Wilder's actually finally gone for it a little bit, but because he's so trash, he still can't set any offense up. It's looking embarrassing, Flowz, and Parker's just there, beating him to the punch and just beating him up, basically. So, like I said, easy night's work for Joe Parker.
Andy Lee was killing me in the corner.
Yeah.
He was so relaxed.
Yeah.
I was like, and he was like, yeah, you're winning this easy. You're winning. I was like, he's like, just don't make any mistake. I was like, Andy, please tell this guy to stay fully focused because
please.
It's a lot riding on this for me.
PTSD, Flowz. We've got Wilder PTSD. We've seen this thing before.
Was smiling. He was like, yeah, you're winning. I was like, yeah, we know, but please tell him to stay focused.
Throughout, I was uneasy. I said, the big right hand is coming. It never came. I was overjoyed, Flowz. Because I said, yeah, thank God it never came because this was really a demolition job. Like, Wilder looked like an amateur. He's an amateur to me anyways. Yeah. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, the golfing class was embarrassing, Flowz. So embarrassing. And shout out to Joe Parker, man. Because we said it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Huge win for him. Puts him back in the big time as well, I guess. And yeah, he's had a great 2023, to be fair, Flowz. Good 2023. Nice bounce back from Joe Joyce. So shout out to him.
Been super active. And the whole build up, he was super focused. I think the final press conference, you could see a bit of annoyance in him as well, a bit of anger, he seemed a bit more mean than the usual friendly.
When that useless guy, Dev Sani, Wilder's gone on a tirade about, I'm now Dr. Sleep, so bring a pillow and a blanket. And Dev Sani said, what do you say to that, Parker? Are you going to bring a pillow? Are you going to bring And Parker said, Dev, don't ask stupid questions. Keep it moving. Don't ask dumb questions.
Angry to see Parker.
Fam. And I said, thank God, because what kind of question is that, by the way? What kind of nonsense question is that? Nick. Ridiculous question.
But the whole press conference, Parker just seemed focused. He wasn't paying attention to Wilder. It was like, okay, whatever, thank you. He just seemed super focused. And I think he's tired of being labeled timid and shy. Yeah.
And Flowz, let me say, because it's also going to apply to the next fight we talk about. In boxing, activity is important. I can't stress this enough. In boxing, I'm going to repeat myself like Dr. Umar. In boxing, activity is important. Because let's look at the examples, Flowz. Deontay Wilder, Josh Taylor, Errol Spence Jr. There's more.
Fulton.
Fulton. Charlo. Who else? Oh, there's more. But Jerome Miller.
Be like,
In boxing, activity is important. I really can't stress it enough, Flowz, because we're seeing man get blown out of there. And the first thing they're saying is, yeah, maybe the ring rust was an issue. You're going to fight ill-prepared, Flowz, lack of preparation, with one fight a year.
yeah.
Do me a favor, mate. Flowz, do me a favor. This one fight a year thing has to stop now, Flowz.
Yeah.
Because we've seen certain men, we'll talk about soon, look the best they've ever looked. And I think part of that is because they're sharp, because they've been active. Joe Parker has been active this year, and this is the sharpest we've ever seen him in a long, long time.
Yep.
In boxing, activity is important. This one fight a year thing has to stop, Flowz, for some fighters. It's killing them. I can't lie, Flowz. It's killing them.
Yep. And look, we'll go on to him next. We've said for years that AJ's biggest problem was him being a pay-per-view star for so long.
Yeah.
So he
limited
only
to twice a year
when he should have been fighting 4 times a year. From 16 fights, he's fighting
16th, yeah.
That was his biggest setback. But yeah, look, Wilder. Where you at, Wilder?
Wilder, man. We ain't done a Wilder, you know, because
we haven't. Because
that shameful guy afterwards then decided to put his hand up like he won the fight. They're reading out the scorecards and the judges. The scorecards are wide, as we knew they'll be. Yeah. He's there, hand up, nodding his head. Yeah. Shameful last guy. Like, obviously, we know it's going to be Parker. Cool. Wilder's there, done the whole disappointment, look like, as if. They then asked Wilder, did you really thought he did enough? He said, yeah, I think I did enough. The
Bible's a little off.
He said, maybe the activity didn't help. I said, yeah, get the hell out of here, you shameless brother. At least be honest, be honest, bro. And that's when
his policy. You know that's not his policy.
And that's when everything else. Yeah, it's true. And Flowz, that's when the killer question came. What next for Deontay Wilder? Do you still have the heart for this? Are you still in this? I said, I've then gone, turn it up. Let me hear this. Pause. Well, the moment I heard, I said, yeah, he's done. He's done.
Yeah.
The response was very, we'll see. I'm not too sure. Obviously, I've achieved a lot in this game. I'm very happy, blah, blah. I found peace. I've made good money, got my kids, blah, blah. So we'll see what happens. We'll go back to the drawing board. But yeah, it is what it is. I said, rah. So what basically, to me, Flowz, this man wants one big paycheck, one more paycheck, and that's it, Flowz. He's done. If you can get that one big paycheck, like a fat Anthony Joshua fight or whatever, great for him. He will take that. One final payday. It's a wrap for Deontay Wilder. That's it. The book is really closed, Flowz. It's done. It's done.
Yes, there is. Look, for one, let's look at Wilder's motivation. He got into boxing for a noble reason, for his daughter, who has a condition. And
cystic fibrosis, I think it might be, or something like that.
He has a condition that he wanted to be able to provide for her.
Yeah.
He has never been interested in boxing by his own admission. He wants to get into acting.
He was a basketball player before. So yeah.
He's done. He was blessed with a gift of knocking people out.
Yeah.
You could tell throughout his career that he's not dedicated a day to the sweet science. Granted, he somehow got a bronze medal at the Olympics. Crazy achievement. Crazy achievement for him. So credit to him for doing that without giving a toss about the actual sweet science.
Yeah.
But he says he hates training camp. He doesn't like running. I've never seen this guy touch a speed bag. I don't think I've seen him jump rope.
Yeah.
He's not interested in training camp. By his own admission, he needs to be perfect for 1 second.
Yeah.
Hasn't dedicated himself to the craft.
Yeah.
Hasn't tried to unify. He's in it. He's been in it for bread, and he wanted out of it with options. His love isn't in boxing.
Yeah.
And now he's taking embarrassing defeats. The aura of invincibility is there. He's questioning his own power, I believe, now. The desire is gone. The desire is gone.
And Flowz, for such a limited guy, I hate it, but at the same time, I respect it a little bit. Because what a career he's had. In terms of where that one attribute that he has taken him to, crazy. Brazy. So he's had a crazy career and he's done superb for himself based on the fact that he's supremely limited. I'm just annoyed at the fact that the team around him and what they were able to build him up to, a lot of people fell for it and they hyped him up to be something that he was never going to be or he never was. This, obviously the greatest puncher ever, one of the best heavyweights of all time, 10 title defenses, a record. The way the WC Oh, sorry. Bit of a mishap with the sound there. But yeah, I was saying this guy was really a manufactured champion, Flowz. And that's what annoyed me, the fact that a lot of people bought into it. But credit to him for having such a career. I will say that. Credit to him.
Yeah, look, achieving bronze is a huge achievement at the Olympics. Becoming a world champion. But once again, he done it fighting limited opposition and got away with it for so long. And to only be exposed fully at this point, huge testament to the art of boxing or the behind the scenes of boxing, because they've managed to do a wonderful job with him.
Facts.
A wonderful job in avoiding any opposition and pretending that he's avoided, saying the biggest name is ducking him when the evidence points that he's not. So look, pricing yourself out of every fight, blaming the other. Yeah, genius. So Flowz,
if he is to have one more fight for course of the day, who do you want to put the final nail in the coffin?
I don't mind AJ doing it. I've always said, for me, AJ beats him even when AJ is looking timid, because I know AJ has that inside of him. You just need to get him out of him. White could do.
I personally, at this point now, Flowz, let me Dylan White.
White could do it.
Yeah,
but for me, only His Excellency can get Wilder to the table again, because
of course, because he wants bread. He has to be a fat check.
Yeah, he's to be fair, he's no longer with PBC, who have the protection program. Who've been protected,
protective boxing champions, just to make sure we know what it is. Yeah.
So maybe like he's a loose cannon now. That's why he accepted the Jones box. So maybe he would fight a White, but who knows? Who knows? Any top 10 heavyweight gets him out of there. If this gun shy Wilder that was not even gun shy, just.
To me, Flowz, same Wilder. People saying, "Oh, no,
same Wilder."
No, same Wilder.
It's the same Wilder.
Go watch your
It's
T's
not even
fights.
gunshot.
Same fight, same Wilder, man. Same Wilder.
Yeah,
he just couldn't get it off because Parker is at a good enough level to not fall for his telegraph punches and can actually box. Has this announced Joe Parker back into the big time for you?
No, you see, what we're not going to do is do what we done with Fury and said, beating Wilder's some big achievement, because I've said this before, we can't all of a sudden say Wilder's nothing, a terrible boxer, then praise Fury for beating him. Like I said, I pointed at the camera, pointed to Wilder, you're a cherry. Wilder, you're a soup can. Parker's easiest win? Yeah. Well, shout out to Parker for staying focused. The right hand is a danger. But
I mean, I think, it sounds simple. But a lot of people have failed.
In the boxing landscape, it doesn't put him back in the scene. It definitely does. Puts him back on the map. I think what he's been doing with Andy Lee has been good. I've actually liked Parker's performances. I was disappointed by the Joe Joyce loss, but he was piecing up Joe Joyce. So,
but we can say it. That's standard, though.
Yeah, that's exactly that standard again. So, Joseph Parker, look, he's not a soft touch. He's beaten credible. He's got a great resume. He's beaten credible opponents.
I
don't think he becomes champion though. That's what I can say.
But I've always said, look, from day, Parker's got amazing attributes. Combination punching, speed, enough pop, good movement. He's a good boxer. You can see that he's a good boxer. He's got great attributes. We know what the issue was with Parker. We've always said that.
Killer.
I don't know if it's changed or not, Flowz. it's Deontay Wilder. So to be honest, maybe he actually might have not checked because he should be knocking out Deontay Wilder, maybe. But maybe that's credit to Wilder's resiliency because Wilder, as you can see, is easy to hit.
If he knocked him out, that would have been very impressive.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. Thank you, Joe Parker. Because before the Wilder fanboys would have said easy work, but as we can see, man, that boy got exposed badly. But it's not an exposing to me, as I said, Flowz. I would strongly say that he has not been exposed. This is Deontay Wilder. But now the world can really see what he is. It's time to take out the trash. Get him the hell out of here, Flowz. I've been wanting him gone. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, happy. Lovely. So happy.
I don't blame age. Don't blame. Yeah. Don't do none of that.
Don't blame your costume. Don't say it was too heavy. JDS is not in the corner anymore, so you can't blame him either. No, not JDS. Sorry. Mark Breland.
Yeah.
He's not in the corner.
Don't blame loaded gloves.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's wait and see. Hopefully, he doesn't try that. Yeah. Calm.
So the crowning moment of the night, Flowz, Mr. Anthony Joshua. I was very clear in my words I've been very clear in my words for the last 3 fights, Flowz. AJ, please make a statement. Show me something. Do not disgrace me. Especially on the back of Wilder losing, I said, please, AJ, do not disgrace me. This is your time now. Go and get this Swedish IKEA ass guy out of here. Get him the hell out of here, please. Because he's been talking tough. And truly, I just think he's happy to be here. Because I said he's been smiling all week, just bare happy. But he's there saying that it's time for you. Your time has passed. It's now his time. I said, AJ, please galvanize yourself to show me that it's still within you. And as I've said, Flowz, I've doubted it. I've even said, I think before, that I don't think he's going to come back. That buddy AJ. So I was so happy to be wrong, Flowz, because obviously I said AJ will win this, but I said it'd be a tough, tricky fight for him, and he might win by UD. But regardless, he'll win. Flowz, to me, this is the best AJ has looked to me, best AJ performance that I've seen for a damn long time. I don't even know how long it was, but for a long ass time, this is the best AJ has boxed to me. Flowz, this was a punch-perfect performance in my eyes. Unbelievable performance. He said that beforehand that he wants to hurt Wallin. And from the opening bell, Flowz, I'm seeing AJ. He said he's gonna hurt him and also not be afraid to let his hands go. From the opening bell, Flowz, AJ sitting down on his punches. Stiff jab, hard jab. Then a quick combination, hurtful combination. Every punch, Flowz, was delivered with mean intentions. From the opening bell. I think from round 1, Flowz, Wallin's face is bashed already.
Yeah. Nose
from the
bloody.
first, nose really bloody. Mouth bloodied from the first round, Flowz. Because AJ was jabbing his head off, and every time they tried to step to each other, AJ would crack him with combinations. I said, yo, AJ he means business. Round 2, stepped up the gas, stepped into Wallin. Noticing that Wallin has no pop to his punch. As we said, Wallin can't hurt this guy. So don't be afraid to get hit. Step to him if you have to. Walk through his punches if you have to. But bully this guy, Flowz. And from the aura down to actual boxing work, Flowz, to me, AJ looked like a bully in there. And he said, this Swedish guy is soft. I'm going to bully this guy and really batter him. And Flowz, that's what AJ did. Superb performance boxing-wise, Flowz. I really like how he was economical with his punches, Flowz. AJ, he wasn't wasteful with them. He wasn't just letting his hands go for letting hands go sake. He made openings with his jab, Flowz, and the moment he caught the person with the jab, he then followed up with work, with offense, combination punches, the body to the head, hooks around the side of a guard. Flowz, that's all I wanted to see from this guy. Behind the jab and explosive, he was being well into the punch. And he was catching one. Wallin caught him a couple times, but weren't doing much, shaking it off. But we're seeing AJ crack this guy. Wallin's face is telling the story. By the third round, Flowz, Wallin's face is a mess. I'm seeing bumps under both eyes. Nose looks broken, cuts and bruises. He looks a hot mess, Flowz. And I'm seeing AJ with each round up the intensity, Flowz. Welcome back, Anthony Joshua. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Phenomenal performance, Flowz. I was so happy.
We got the statement we asked for. We've seen AJ looking super focused in both presses, looking angry. What's it called? The psychologists, the body language experts, read whatever they wanted to read into it.
Everyone's apparently a psychologist, by the way. Everyone's a body language expert. So
it's crazy.
Please tell me what that performance meant. Please, what was his body language in the ring? Tell me.
They said
I don't know.
He's afraid of being in the room with Wilder while Wilder was saying stuff in interviews and then in AJ's face, being completely respectful, stuttering, saying you can't. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, this is AJ's time. AJ.
They said AJ was tense. Looked tense.
Yeah. Nervous. Mentally fragile, mentally weak. He's gone in there and boxed beautifully, destroyed Otto Wallin. I was calling on him to fight Wallin time ago. I said, feed him Wallin.
We both did. You said, yeah.
Said, feed him Wallin because Wallin isn't who you think he is. Even I criticized Fury for going life and death with him. The truth is...
Oh, no, we're going to talk about Tyson Fury. Don't worry about that, Flowz.
We'll get into it.
We have to.
Let me save that bit there. AJ's beating him in the amateurs. Wallin's not a puncher. Wallin hasn't beaten anyone of note. I've seen Wallin display stinkers after being praised. I've seen Wallin stink, and I'll be like, is this the guy they're saying is going to do this and that? Like, legit have stinkers. Remember he was on a matchroom card, and he was a... Rydell Booker is people he's beaten, some of his best wins. Brazil. 12-round split decision. AJ done the job on him, and he looked aggressive. He looked sharp. The combination punching wasn't back as such. He was still very much doing the one-shot punches or 1-2 shots, but that's fine. That's fine. High-level boxing. Wallin isn't a soup can as such, so you don't need to. But the punches had spite. They were meaningful. Wallin couldn't land. While AJ was landing at will, he treated Wallin. And a lot of people were saying Wallin's going to beat AJ. Wallin's a tricky customer.
I thought Wallin might be tricky for him, but again, that's because I've been
the version of
AJ.
Yeah,
but yes, based on the version that we've seen, I felt like attentive AJ. In regards to the opponent, attentive AJ is bad news for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this guy when he's sensitive because he then lets guys that are beneath him actually give him trouble.
Back him up. Yeah.
So
makes him.
I thought we might see that. Yeah. So and like I said, Wallin to me is competent enough. He's like a southpaw, a good enough boxer to, actually compete with a tentative AJ. That's why I was worried. That's why I said, based on what I've seen in the last couple of fights, it's tentative AJ we've got in. I don't see a change suddenly now that he's moved with Ben Davison. So if it's going to be that, AJ will get the decision, but I'll probably be unhappy.
Yeah.
But I know a confident bully AJ Flowz, of course. That's what I was saying. He needs to make he could do it. If he can find it within him, he will do it. He will wash this guy if he has to. Look, I just need to know if that's back. And it's back, clearly. So he was able to do it.
It's been brilliant. I think from the Helenius fight, we saw a transition from the tentative AJ to when he eventually got the knockout.
Knock him out, yeah.
And I think that knockout gave him a confidence boost that, look, that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And he's brought that right back into this fight. Whatever he's been doing with Ben Davidson, he's inherited another great...
Shout to the great inheritor, Ben Davidson. That's not even me taking shots. That's just obviously there. Look, clearly something's worked. And to be fair, I've always given Ben Davidson his props. I think he's got if we keep it a buck, Flowz, he has now saved 2 careers.
Yeah.
Because he brought Fury from the dead. He brought him back from the dead. It was him.
Yeah, and we have given him credit.
So, and I've watched a lot of Ben Davidson interviews. He actually does have a cracking boxing brain. Like he knows his boxing. He's smart.
He's very passionate about the sport. He's very passionate.
The great inheritor thing is it's a bit of fun and games because he's obviously inherited, but he brought Tyson Fury back from the dead, and he might have damn near resurrected AJ too. So fair play. He's had an effect on 2 of our heavyweight kings. So fair play to Ben Davidson for sure.
Certainly the most impressive.
Whatever he's done, Flowz, it's worked with AJ. So, Derek James, cheers, mate. But it's done. No, I ain't trying to see AJ go back to DB.
Right, he's not. He can't.
Obviously, Derek James' name is Mudden anyways at the moment. So
yeah, he can't. He ain't going back there. Stay where you're at.
Stay with Ben. Stay with Ben.
Stay with this current team. And look, if you can get that monster AJ back, then look, the division's there for you. There's things we want to see.
So
I want to see.
Obviously, I've made a few comments based on the tentative AJ that I've seen.
Oh, yes.
I've made a few blasphemous comments. So look, I'll hold my hands up.
Welcome back.
You know why I said those comments for us, because obviously
that version of AJ.
Even you even said that, you know what? That version of AJ is peak for him if he faces the Wilder.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly say this. I said those comments based on the version of AJ I was seeing. But to be honest, even that version of AJ is nowhere in hell losing to that man, Deontay Wilder. So I shouldn't be so quick to to say that. But yeah, regardless, AJ eats that man alive. And I'll say it again. Even though it's hard to this guy, Tyson is an enigma. I don't know what version of Tyson we get, but
it applies to him as well.
This version of AJ represents the best possible chance of beating Tyson Fury. I will say that. I don't know what version of Fury we're going to get, but I obviously rank Fury the best based on his attributes, even though he's a jar and we don't know what version he gets. But the top Fury is going to be a very difficult man to beat. But the person who represents the best chance, in my opinion, is this version of AJ right here. Yeah, I know what you've always said. You've always been, very vocal that AJ is the only one who can do it. Not Usyk, but AJ.
Yeah, and I've always said it's a 50-50, and I've always placed the reasons why I believe it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Their strengths, their weaknesses, the versions of themselves.
They've both shown vulnerabilities. They've both shown strengths. Yeah,
and they've both shown different versions of themselves. So there's a lot of factors to take into place if they do come into the ring and face each other. And that's why I say it's a 50-50. I think we always picked AJ. I think I had to go Fury because the version of AJ we were seeing would lose to Fury. The Fury that we were seeing. Now, the most recent Fury that we've seen and the most recent AJ we've seen has completely flipped again.
Switch. Yeah,
but
crazy.
Once again, I think if the best two versions of them came into each other, then it's down to game plans, it's down to approach, it's down to a lot of factors.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, AJ's here. It's looking like AJ's back, and we needed this version of AJ back.
Bro, the streets, we needed it, man. We needed it desperately, man.
Like I said, some stuff.
He beat this man up, man. This looked like a mismatch again. It was a washing, Flowz, a complete battering. Wallin was able to do nothing. Just get beaten up. So much so, obviously, end of the fifth now. In that fifth round, AJ's landed some heavy shots where his front Wallin's actually now proper rocked, going backwards, staggering backwards. AJ's gone in for the kill instantly. But again, he hasn't been careless like he was with Andrew Ruiz. It's calculated still, Flowz. Yeah. It's economical still. That economicalness that he was showing was good because I'm there thinking, because obviously we know AJ historically is prone to gassing. But him taking his time with his work and his punches and not wasting punches, I thought would have served him well in the long run because he won't be prone to gassing. But even though he's got this guy hurt, he's like I said, he's being very methodical in his destruction of Wallin. And I've seen Wallin stumble back to the corner, Flowz. And I've said, I've messaged it in a couple of chats that I feel like Wallin's team are going to throw in the towel here. Literally, Flowz, 2 seconds later, we've seen the referee go to it, go like this, and wave it off. I said, I knew it. This guy didn't want to know no more. What AJ did to him in that round was so peak. I think AJ broke his eye as well because he had a big lump under his eye. I think he broke his eye. Wallin's soft, man. Like I said, he was just happy to be here. He's got his money on the big stage, smiling for the cameras all week, even in the face of AJ. AJ was there stern, not even saying nothing. Wallin's talking to him, smiling, making jokes. Get the hell out of here, man. Move, man. AJ's here for business. You're there smiling, bare happy. Yeah, he told his corner. I think he told his corner he didn't want to do it, or they might have said, yeah, let's end it. So yeah. End of the fifth. This guy didn't want to come out. Job done. Light work. Easy fight for him.
Easy work.
And let me just get so this is the same Wallin that gave a certain Mr. Fury hell, right?
Yeah.
That
Life and
Osama
death.
Fury went life and death with. Battered and bloodied and bruised.
Look,
Interesting.
Every single time we discussed the AJ Fury, I always listed that fight as one of the reasons why we can't act like Fury's invincible. Because you went life and death with an Otto Wallin, and people say Otto Wallin's tricky and this and that. Yeah, but Fury was meant to. And look, the reason why we know Fury was meant to get him out there, because once they were threatening to stop the fight, like you always point out,
he turned up. Crazy.
Turned up. Now, look, I'll give Fury some credit. Maybe he underestimated Wallin. Maybe. But even so, you went life and death with him. You nearly lost.
Let me just confirm. This is the same Fury that went life and death with an MMA fighter recently. Like, is that that same? Okay, just check.
That same one.
Okay,
that same one who went life and death with the now exposed
Deontay Wilder.
Horrible boxer. With life and death.
The same Joseph Parker that beat Wilder was the same Parker that AJ beat quite comfortably. That same guy.
That same one.
Okay,
that same one who's never been in the ring with any opposition of note, and he went life and death with him. This is the
resume. The resume talk is, resume talk is very interesting for us. That's what I'm going to say. Very interesting.
We've been saying it. Like, look, don't make Fury act like he's invincible. Yes, he's undefeated. Yes, he's beating everyone in front of him. But is he invincible?
Yes, we can see he's clearly amazingly skilled. We can see that. But
we've seen chinks in the armor.
He's not Superman. He's not Superman.
Steve Cunningham put Flowz back.
Facts.
AJ can put him out like a light.
And Ngannou.
Shout out to Ben.
Ngannou put him on his bum. Like he dropped him. Had him like this.
John McDermott gave him hell. Look throughout his career, he's been through hell. So we're gonna say an elite heavyweight boxer can't give him hell. And look, the streets are talking now.
They're onto Fury, they're onto him. They're onto him. Because unlike Fury, unlike AJ, who truly takes on all comers and doesn't do this ducking, dodging nonsense.
Yeah.
Fury holds up the division, says one thing and does something else. They're unexposing him now. They're unexposing him.
Fights a Wilder 3 times and a Zorro 3 times.
Yep.
But that's crazy.
Fury has guys like Pianetta, Safir Seferi on his resume, man. Come on, man. Who are these guys? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How many champions has he beat?
Tyson, 2 in it.
Tyson. Wilder and Klitschko.
Yeah, that's it.
So Wilder's the second best name. Yikes. The Cherry's the second best name on your resume.
Very interesting, Flowz. Very interesting.
Wow.
I said, wow.
Wallin's what, top 5 on your resume?
AJ battered this. Hey, Flowz, AJ battered this man so badly. Like, it was actually peak. I didn't feel sorry for Wallin, but it's like, wow, you have no business being there right now. AJ's really taking you to school and beating you up at the same time. He beat him on the boxing level and the physical and the beat up. He beat him on all levels, bro. He had no answers. Brazy.
Fury, you have to smoke Usyk, because if you lose, you're in trouble.
I need it.
You're in trouble.
Flowz, I need Usyk to beat this. Oh, Flowz, like, now that the Wilder chapter's closed. Again, respect to Fury. I like Wilder. Fury can actually fight. He's awesome. He's
a great boxer.
So
great boxer.
I respect Wilder based on the fact that this guy's trash at boxing. I can never have that smoke for Fury. He truly is phenomenal in the ring. He truly is.
The phenomenal version of him. That is,
yes.
It was what we saw last time.
But so is Usyk. And Usyk doesn't do all this nonsense outside the ring. So that's why I'm rooting for Usyk. That's why I need it to happen. Because you've talked a lot, and don't forget, the person that gave AJ the most stick about losing to Usyk was Fury. You letting the small middleweight beat you up, this, that. Don't you dare lose to that small middleweight, Fury. Don't you dare lose that small middleweight. Otherwise, Flowz, conversations will need to be had. That's what I'm going to say.
Because a lot of people are going to jump ship and come. A lot of people are going to say, people already killing Fury and saying people raise them up, already killing him now. Look, that's why the fanboying got to stop. You've just got to look at things and lay it down. You can compare versions of fighters. You can do that. That's fine. But saying, "Oh yeah, this guy is the best." They were talking about this guy like he was Ali. Fury. Do what you will. Do whatever you will. But look, these men have vulnerabilities. These men have weaknesses.
They all do. They're
not invincible.
Yeah.
And certain resumes are better than others. Let's put it that way.
Let's put it that way.
Certain people have fought everyone. Certain people have cherry-picked, fought suit cans.
Yep.
And not fought anyone of note. Were meant to fight rematches. Didn't. Fought rematches no one wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have been banned. Anyway, let's leave it at that.
And Flowz as well, just to add as well. It's funny how you mentioned, remember we mentioned Murphy's Law? The AJ Wilder fight was supposedly, I mean, Hearn confirmed that they'd signed it already on their side.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the Wilder side was signed as well. That's done now. It looks like it's done. There's no room to Murphy's Law. It was close. It's not going to happen. And to be honest, Flowz, it would be nice to see AJ spark Wilder out. But that performance there, Flowz, from what I don't even need to see it no more. I don't even need to see it no more.
Excellence, he wants it.
If he puts it on, I'll watch it. I'll watch it happen. But
it's excellence.
That fight has lost. I think most people still want to see it happen. But
who do you want to see AJ in with next then? I know who I want to see. I know.
Wait, don't say King Kong, please.
No. He's done that. He's done that.
Who do I want to say? I had it in my head, but I've completely forgotten.
I'll say mine.
Yeah, say yours.
Francis Ngannou, where you at?
Oh, man.
Francis Ngannou, AJ said, because remember, everyone said Ngannou
beats AJ. Yeah, kills him.
And I said, set up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ngannou, AJ set up immediately. While Fury fights Usyk, I don't want to see AJ Hrgovic for the hype because AJ's the money man. Anyway.
I was going to say that's likely what's going to happen. Obviously, they're looking like they're going to order Hrgovic and AJ become number one contender. So
Ngannou, AJ makes more money. Ngannou,
AJ beats Hrgovic, by the way. That AJ washes Hrgovic. I'll be so real. Let me say what Hrgovic actually is cold, but AJ beats him.
No one really knows Hrgovic. He's not a name. Yes, against AJ, IBF mandatory. But if AJ is available, the belt holder should want to face him because they make the most money anyway. So he'll get a voluntary shot at the title whenever he wants, AJ. So chasing the belt right, chasing mandatory, he doesn't need to do that. Fighting Ngannou, get his MMA ass out the picture, and then make that applies hella pressure to Fury if he smokes
so much pressure. It's true, actually, bare pressure.
That would finish Fury. And
I can't lie, Flowz. I know it's premature. I'm even skipping that, Flowz. I need AJ Fury. I can't lie. I want him to fight Fury. Look, I know it's not realistic, and really and truly, AJ probably needs another fight before he gets taken to the Fury. But in all honesty, I'm ready to forward to that. That's all I care about now. Again, look, Usyk, even that version of Usyk Flowz, even that version of AJ Flowz, when we lose to Usyk, look, I just don't think AJ can ever overcome Usyk. As you say, a guy like Usyk, I think it's just got AJ's number 10 out of 10 times. It is what it is. But Fury, he can beat. I need AJ Fury as quickly as possible. Once the Usyk thing is done, in fact, Fury beat Usyk, please, because AJ's got something for you. That's what I want to see.
But I don't. Fury Ace Usyk's in February.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping we'll see what Turkey can pull together in 4 weeks.
Yeah,
put some money on the table in front of Ngannou. Put some money in front of the table for AJ. Let them fight early next year. Then summer. If Usyk wins, it doesn't matter. Fury AJ, and then the winner gets Usyk.
Yeah, but to be honest, there'll probably be a rematch clause with Fury Usyk. I think there is.
There is.
That's always the late. Yeah, that's always the late stuff.
AJ, chase the money because we want to see big fights. Hrgovic, Yeah, it's a good fight, but
It's a good fight.
right now,
but...
I want to see what I need to see, and I don't need to see you v Hrgovic, you v Ngannou. So
I'd rather see Hrgovic Zhang again, because Zhang deserves his get back.
Yeah, Zhang. Yeah, I was telling people who weren't too familiar with Hrgovic that he kind of got exposed versus Zhang. And he got lucky in that fight. But he's still young, so even Hrgovic Dubois.
Lennox Lewis was there saying, "Yeah, I want AJ to fight." Lewis said Ngannou and Zhang that he wants him to fight next. Ngannou and Zhang.
Yeah. I would love the Ngannou fight. Love it. Makes money. Everyone's happy. Everyone will tune in. As another measuring stick. He's just had a measuring stick for Fury, another measuring stick. And Ngannou's got longer time to prepare, so it's going to be a better version of Ngannou.
Yeah.
2 Africans, man, there's money. There's money.
Yeah, there's money there. Yeah, still.
And we can get the MMA guys out of here.
And apply pressure to
the Fury fans out of here too.
Yeah, Flowz, you're a diabolical guy, man. Very diabolical.
I need it.
Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to AJ. Big shout out, because they were talking so much nonsense on his name, applying all kinds of stupid pressure. As he said, he said he's going to let his fist do the talking in the ring, and he did that. So shout out to AJ. Now all the naysayers are there saying, obviously, I'm still seeing some guys hating, saying, oh, they're finding random people off the street to fight AJ, blah, blah. You're cool. It's cool. You can hate for now. But, yeah,
Don't do that.
I'm happy that he had his performance. He needed it, man, badly. I needed it. We needed it.
Yeah, we needed it. We won last night, man. We won.
So, if you think about it, WADA packed out.
AJ back.
AJ back. And then people now questioning Tyson Fury. Yeah. Shout out to His Excellency. Turkey Al Sheikh. Honestly, Flowz, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. That was money well spent on that pay-per-view. Apart from, lucky to you, the Zone people. I got the TNT pay-per-view. I know you got the Zone one. I heard about the audio issues. People were just complaining the whole. Yeah, it was peak. That might have been Frank cutting that cutting that audio.
Look, put the word back. Put the word out, man. We back. We're back.
Yeah, Day of Reckoning was superb, man, and I can't wait to see what His Excellency has in store for us next year. Because I know he's got a couple. I know he's got bangers loaded.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the people ringside. I knew the Haney's would be there. Because Bill and Dev are itching to get a Saudi fight. They've been saying that I want to fight in Saudi next. I want to fight because they know
everyone's gonna be itching.
Andrew Ruiz itching. Bust never takes a bust down off. He said, "Yeah, man, I'm scouting. I'm just trying to see what I can fight here. Let's get it on, AJ. Let's get it on." Like, obviously, we know the bread is generational. So, hella man's gonna flock to Saudi trying to make a fight, get in there with His Excellency. Get invited into his inner circle so they can, be part of the mix. So, bro, we're seeing the boxing revolution go down in our eyes in Saudi Arabia right now.
Yep.
Really and truly.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to His Excellency, Turkey Al Sheikh. So shout out to His Excellency. Flowz, this has been a bumper episode, but before we round up, there actually is a preview we have to do.
Swear, who you got?
On Tuesday.
Oh yes, I saw this.
Inoue is fighting Tapales.
Yes.
For the undisputed. I don't know what division is it for. I can't remember. It's for the undisputed. I got it here. Super bantamweight.
Bantamweight, yeah.
Yeah. So Inoue, who is mad because we've saved Inoue Inoue deserves his own like proper segment, but he's insane because obviously he's just come out of his division and he's about to become we're pretty sure he's about to become undisputed in 2 fights in his second division. Crazy.
Yeah.
This guy is insane, Flowz.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to do it. I'm so like, this will be if Tapales, no shade, look, Tapales is obviously very good. He's got 2 of the belts. He's obviously very, very good.
Uh-huh.
But we're so confident that Inoue is going to do this because Fulton was seen as the guy in that division. And Inoue embarrassed him, if we're keeping it a buck.
Yeah, finished it.
Sorry to Tapales. It's peak for you. Try not to get knocked out. That's the only thing I can say, really. Try not to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Because the monster's here. It's long.
That last performance.
Yeah, crazy.
That woke up the Americans.
Yeah.
This like say Fulton is good.
Bro, they started saying Inoue needs to be drug tested.
Oh man, yeah. Anyway, go get greatness. this year.
Bro.
It's crazy.
So
Crazy.
So undisputed last year. He's about to end this year undisputed. This run is insane. This run, we need to deep what this run is for what he's doing. It's a bit mad. And this is in the second weight class. This is what super bantam. So this is his fourth weight class. He can only go up after this. So what he's doing is a joke. Next up is featherweight Flowz. Featherweight's next up. That's Lee Woods. Well, yeah. Is that Lee Woods? I think Lee Woods moving up though. But Ray Vargas, Lopez, Espinosa. He can become undisputed in that division too.
Yo.
And at Flowz, I think that's what I think he's literally going to move up. Undisputed.
He's going to move up
until he eventually runs into something where he can't do.
Yeah.
And at this point, Flowz, I am not too sure what that is. I'm looking at super featherweight now. That's Joe Cordina's division. I think he has his way there. Which finally takes us to lightweight, which is where I finally feel like he can run into some resistance. It's crazy, Flowz.
There's already talks of him v Tank, so which is nuts.
Of course there is. Of course there is. I don't want to see that yet, but yeah, of course there is. But yeah, in a way, keep doing what you're doing. You are a special fighter. And Tuesday, it's like 8:30 because it's in Japan, so 8:30 a.m. UK time. So I think it'll be on our screens because it's Top Rank, innit? So they've got the deal with Sky, I think. So yeah. I think we're both expecting an airway stoppage. But yeah, It's ridiculous. Shout out to Inoue. I can't wait to see what he has in store for us on Tuesday. Yeah, Flowz. Great episode. Again, we had a wonderful night of boxing yesterday. Flowz, we won, man. We actually really, really won. Like we won out here.
It's a little gift to ourselves. We won. Yeah, lovely, man.
Oh, Deontay.
Wilder, where you at, Wilder?
Oh, man.
I love it, man.
Went out like that? Damn. To Joe Parker.
We back. We back, baby.
I don't want to see a single Wilder fanboy chat to me again.
I'm still coming for them. I'm still coming for you.
Yeah. Look at the way your boy went out, man. Damn.
You man on Clubhouse, you going back and forth with all those years.
Yep.
I'm coming for you, man.
All right, man. Flowz. Episode 174 of the SZN Podcast. I've been your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, keep liking around those streams. And once again, happy holidays. Peace.
You taking a strap? I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.